Ooh, we got a sub. Starting out with a sub. What is up, folks? Whoa, the camera is bright. And we're glitchy. We're cyberpunk still. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing? Good to see you. Good to see you this lovely Monday morning. What was that? Is that my phone? Hey, shut up. Shut your mouth. Stupid phone. Making noises. It's my turn. This thing's been yelling at me all morning. Hold on a second. How's everybody doing? What's up, folks? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got us started with a sub, cranky old man. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Sorry about the camera, as you all know. Let me see if I could turn down the exposure on this thing. I don't like looking that bright. No? Just not gonna let me do that, huh? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. All right, I don't look completely overblown on light now. How is everybody doing? Zortoza, I see you in here. First one, as always, 07. Good to see you. Ron Adams. Everybody getting in on that raffle. Firewired, how you doing? Cranky old man, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. P-Bond. Hello, 07. White. We got the Tron vibe today. Winter Dash. How you doing? How went the flight? Oh man, the flight. It was not bad. It was actually kind of nice because it was. Oh, whoops. What is chat doing there? Hold on. Chat is all wrong here. Whoops. Nope. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm messing everything up now. Hold on. Sorry, guys. This should be here. There we go. I think that fixes it. Okay. No? I'm getting text overlapping on the screen. Why is that? Why is that? What's going on? We're good like this. Is there two different chats right there? There is. What is this other chat? What am I looking at here? I'm sorry, guys. This is unexpected. There's like a rogue. There's rogue chat going on the screen. I have no idea where that's coming from. YouTube is not being ignored. I just never got to your chats. Y'all didn't start talking as early. What? But this doesn't make any sense. Ah, there we go. That's the reason. Okay. Fixed it. Fixed it. Found a massive quant rock. Bigger than the mole. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no. You're not getting ignored on YouTube. It goes chronological order. So your guys' messages, if you start messaging later, I'm going to get it a little later. 07s, everyone. Filter in. We got good conversation today. True Fish Drake, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. You and your folks getting in here. How you doing today? Had a good stream, I assume? I'll give you a quick shout out. Hello from beyond the ads. I need to get better at running ads on Twitch because I know how they like on Twitch they'll just interrupt the stream randomly for no reason, and they're now talking about doubling down on that, so might need to get better at running my own ads when we know we've got them planned. Judge Conan, good to see you though. Anecdotes. Yeah, the flight was good over here from Turkey. It was long, 14 hours, but we had a free seat in between us. I couldn't sleep, unfortunately. Aaron, good to see you. You got to play any Halo lately? Aliens invaded the chat. You know that they do. You should write a book about troubleshooting a stream. You're an undisputed expert. Pretty sure I'm creating all the problems for myself, so I might not be the best to write that book. I wrote a book about how to break a stream and then how to try to fix it after that and also not succeed. You just bought the new PC components. Ooh, nice. Do they plan on having a tutorial or tutorial missions for Star Citizen at any point for new players? Absolutely. Whenever they're done finally building out how the game works, undoubtedly they'll have tutorials. They actually used to have some tutorials in game that quickly got outdated, so they took them out. New ship? Not a new ship. Well, they're I guess there was a new ship a couple weeks ago. Everything I'm talking to you guys mostly about today is going to be old news. I'm going to show you some new info, but mainly I'm going to focus on the MISC Hull A, the whole series as a whole, and the Expanse. And we'll take a little sneak peek at this bad boy here that was just released, which talks a little bit about how the Hull A was created, and maybe a snitpicket about what's coming next. Haven't played in a while, waiting for me. Guess I'm going to be waiting for Season 2. Back home, yes, we are back in California for a little bit. In fact, I guess now may be as good a time as any to make an announcement. I know not everybody's here. Not many people are here, honestly. But I will let you all know. Some of you don't really follow what's going on outside of my Star Citizen content, but for those of you who have been, you know that we've been going back and forth between Turkey. You also know that Space Tomato Gaming, we kind of started this year off with the understanding that we would need to meet a goal for income. But for context, me and my wife live with my parents, which isn't great. And I'm streaming out of my sister's childhood bedroom. We're sleeping in my childhood bedroom. It's not great. So we had a goal the beginning of this year to reach an income that would allow us to move out. And by the prices in California and the fact that the changes that we made did not necessarily make as big a difference income-wise as we were hoping by now. So we didn't meet our goals. And we kind of took a couple weeks while we were in Turkey thinking about how we could continue doing this, how we could keep making content and the streams and the videos and all of that. Even though, at this point we kind of need to move. So we are going to spend our next 5 or so months in Turkey. We will be picking up. We're not going to move there per se. We will be maintaining our presence back here. This is our home and where we're going to be settling down. But it kind of works out really well for us to go back to Turkey for a few months, live in an economy that's a little bit easier on us, and get a little bit extra time, a little bit of breathing room to continue to build the Space Tomato Gaming sort of support and momentum, so that we can get to a point where we can get an apartment back here. And that's kind of it was mainly that was something that we've always planned since her family's over here, over there, mine's over here. We always plan on doing, a little bit of time of the year over there and a little bit over here, but now we're going to do it a little earlier because money's tight. But yeah, that's kind of a big announcement that we wanted to make, and that will be happening in June. So we'll be doing another disruptive move in June, but we've got some good things planned, and I'm excited to get to that next step and start moving in a better direction. So yeah, anybody who is a supporter, who's watches the videos I put out exclusively already knows I made that announcement on Saturday, but that's just, it's there for anybody else who's interested in learning. Give me 1 second. Turn this music up in my ear a little bit. I can hear myself too well. I don't like that. Best of luck on the venture. Thank you so much, Zippo. We will be talking about the Expanse in a little bit. Thanks for sharing that window into your life. I wish you the best for you in Turkey. Appreciated, yeah. We'll be sharing another window into our life, behind the scenes videos that normally go out to supporters. This month's is going to everyone, so if you want to see what we actually do in Turkey, that'll be out soon on my second channel. Slow and steady. Yes, it is slow and steady. Also, out of curiosity, your last video you showed footage of Earth and the planets of our actual solar system. Is that supposed to be eventually in Star Citizen? I showed footage of Earth and the planets of our solar system. Did I? In the last video from this weekend? From yesterday? I do not recall. It will be in the game. Yeah, our home solar system is going to be in Star Citizen at some point. Probably not for a while, but It is on the star map, and it is something they've talked about. And in lore, you can actually see some pictures. Let me just do a quick Star Citizen. Whoops. Moscow. And there are pictures. They have got concept art. So they've got ideas for what they want to do. This is what Moscow is supposed to look like. Here's what Shanghai is supposed to look like. And I want to say New York, I believe, is a landing zone. So they've got a few places planned on Earth. It's going to be a while, though. And then a couple places on the moon, Mars. You know how it is. Do I consider other states in the U.S.? I did, but overall, the U.S. is just, I mean, it's the cost. We've done a lot of math on this. It's not going to make sense for us to move to another state because the cost savings wouldn't be that much over California already. California covers us on a lot of the stuff that we need help with, insurance, registration fees, stuff like that. So it's not so much that California is more expensive than everywhere else. It's that America is more expensive than Turkey. Turkey, for example, I will be able to get a nice apartment for an entire year of rent for $3,500 in Turkey. In California, that would cover me for 2 months for the same equivalent, not even 2 months for the equivalent apartment. So the savings that we're able to make going over there are going to help us a lot compared to if we were to move to, you know, another state in America. It's just expensive in the U.S. And I think living in the U.S. probably forget that. There's a lot of countries where people just simply can't make it work in the U.S. and YouTube doesn't really pay that much anyways. Say hello to Brazil. Love your content. Hi, Brazil. Hello. Sounds like a good change of scenery. It's beautiful over there. It's certainly going to be a nice summer. That's one of the things we're most excited about is where I live here is, I mean, fires are constantly burning. We sit on averages of like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's super dry. Whereas over there on the coast in Turkey, max is out at like low 80s. Humidity's not bad. We've got beaches. We've got good weather. It's pretty lukewarm. So the scenery's nice. Why do you need to save so much money? YouTube and streaming does not pay that well. It takes a little while to get to a point where you can support yourself doing this. So, you know, we've got an extra place that we can live, and we might as well take advantage of that. Since I'm already a resident there, she's a citizen. Are you going to be in game today or just discussing? I'll probably hop in game a little bit at the end there. We're going to be discussing for a bit. You know how Mondays are. Just wanted you to move to Texas so you could come play with Texas Space Navy. Hey, I'm always down to play with Texas Space Navy still. We got to set up some time. Gladly. Canada is equally rough. I bet. I mean, in general, it's just housing is expensive in what seems like everywhere at this point. Nice to finally catch you live. Hi from Switzerland. Hey, good to see you. You can still get the internet you need. Oh, that's going to be the one thing we are really trying to figure out. Internet speeds seem to be topping out over there at around 9 megabits per second upload. At least in that small town that we're in. We're not going to be in Istanbul or anything, so we got to see what we can do about that. From 12-second to the 17-second mark, you show a star map of Earth. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a concept piece of... that was just a concept art example of how they want the star map to look like. I think they chose those planets because they're easy to remember and significant. But they will be doing that at some point. The bugs are rampant today. Yo, what's up, Toes Gang? What's up, Punji? All right, so let's get to the topic of the day. Industrial ships. So we got a couple things to go over. First, I've got the Hull A sales page here, which we're not really going to be on that much. I just wanted to look at the ship and see how it was. Second, we've got the Expanse Q&A, which has some interesting info in it. I haven't looked that deep into it, so I was going to go over it with you guys, and we could talk about what they are talking about with those things. Third is the jump point that came out. Now, I'm not going to be that guy and show you all the whole jump point or anything, but we'll jump along it a little bit, and I'll point out some of the cool details I found. But if you like the jump point and you're into that kind of info, you should become a subscriber. I don't like to take away from people's work. That's why I don't want to put it on blast. So, first up, let me get something a little more... This is very calming music. We love you, Star Citizen soundtrack, but you're a little too calming for us right now. Let's throw on some kickbacks. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have here? The MISC A. Does anybody actually not know about the MISC? I feel like it's the only thing we've been hearing about the last 2 weeks. This is the first ship coming in the 317 round of patches. It's a small industrial hauler. It was originally concepted back in 2015, I believe. This is considered the delivery truck of the verse. And I think that's mostly how they sell it. It's not got a lot of capacity. It's got a 64 SCU capacity. And as you can see, where there's one, there are many. Because these ships aren't meant to be high capacity, high money making, big trip haulers. These are for the people who want to maybe do a trip between a moon and a planet. Or a space station and a city down on a planet, you know? These are, I think, going to be a lot more common and also a lot more interesting for newcomers. What I'm struggling to figure out is how is this going to fit into the economy? They'll have to find a way, but if you think about it, you're going to have high capacity goods like I don't know, scrap or aluminum, right? Metals and stuff. And then you're going to have super, super valuable small scale items like maybe medical supplies or artifacts or something like that. But this feels like it's kind of going to be in between those, right? You need something that you carry enough of that a lot of people need it, but not enough that you're supplying a whole station. I don't know. I guess it's really about the speed of how quickly you can do these deliveries with a ship like this. How much is it to become a subscriber? I think it's $5 a month, maybe 15, somewhere around there. You feel like the whole B will be one that we will see more often. Really? You don't think the cheapest one will be the most common one? I'd be interested in hearing more about it. Sorry, stirring my tea. The whole B is going to be, is definitely going to be, what's the SCU on that? Ships will be bringing product from planet side to orbit to be loaded on a hull C. Right, so like I was saying, it'll go from a station to a planet. That'll be probably the most common use case, station to planet, station to station in local areas. It's such a small area, in my opinion, of cornering the market. They're modularizing the market so much with all these different size cargo hauling ships, but we haven't gotten to hear that much about how they're also going to match that with the cargo types themselves. That's what they need to start talking about more, especially when the cargo refactor becomes a topic. Hey, Cody Mooseman, or is it Mussman? Which one is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. I appreciate you. Real quick, I'm a plug. It's just it's part of being here, you know? You go to the profile and you've just become a YouTube channel member. Scroll down. On the main channel here are all of the exclusive videos I've released to you. So these are higher quality, more in-depth, and usually go into more of the history of development and kind of what we're talking about in the stream today. Less of like the content updates I do on my normal videos. And if you're a Twitch subscriber, you also get access to these. So, Cody, go check them out. Citaro, good to see you. Citaro's on there. I saw your comment yesterday, Citaro. I don't know if I responded yet or not, but I turned to my wife and I was like, it's crazy to me that Citaro comments on my videos because you were one of my inspirations to get started on this. I told you that before being in this chat, but it blows my mind. And I really, really appreciate you not only watching the videos, but also supporting it. Thank you. Would this be like an Argo raft? Yeah, this is going to be kind of a competitor to an Argo raft. I don't know what size the Argo raft is in terms of capabilities, but this whole mechanism here, this cool... Wow, this video is cool. I want to save this. This looks like just awesome B-roll. I need it. How do I get that? Give me this. I don't know how to do all this stuff. This has like an exterior cargo loading thing, just like the raft does. So it'll be kind of similar. Yeah. No more than the Cuddy or Freelancer, right? Taurus is 3 times the capacity. So the Taurus would be like a good step up from this. Probably more in line with the hull B. The B cannot land planet side. I believe the hull A and the hull B can land planet side, but those are the only 2. We have the Cuddy Black and the Freelancer that people have already that have more cargo than a hull A. But that's the part where CIG is going to flip the switch later on. Because if you go to the roadmap, the lovely roadmap, yay! All right, not actually a roadmap. If you go to the progress tracker and you look up shop kiosks, okay, you just look up kiosks. There they are, commodity kiosks. I was wrong. And you see here that once this is done, and it looks like this is probably going to be done for the cargo refactor this summer. This will add loading timers, which will need to be factored in when planning cargo runs. All those people with those cutlasses and freelancers that look at the hull A and say, meh, meh. Yeah, they're not gonna. They'll still be doing fine on their own, but there's gonna be a pretty clear downside to having a ship that can't load stuff quickly. And even if that doesn't seem logical to us, right? Like even if we say, oh, but you know, the capacity will outdo the time it takes. That's the whole point. CIG is going to go into this and be like, okay, I want the hull A person to get more money than the freelancer person because they made that forward-facing, you know, forward-thinking idea. Unless they have somebody who can unload stuff really quickly. But like, everything they do, they're trying to build in these complications, right? So that we have to make that choice. I think people won't regret getting this ship if, you know, that's the kind of gameplay they're looking into. Keep up the good work and effort. Thank you. What are these shameless concepts? Corrupt plugs, dude. My plugs are all corrupt. Kerplugged. You've noticed the performance better in 317? I've been hearing. I have been hearing. Raft will carry large containers where the hull A can carry various sizes. I see. Are the SCUs different? The A is half the speed of the Cutlass, not a ship for people who want to make money. But that's not going to matter if you're flying to space stations, right? Because you're going to quantum jump to, you know, 50 kilometers away from the space station. That difference in speed between the Cutlass and the hull won't make much of a difference. So if you can find the right application for the ship that you get, it doesn't matter what other ships people have. That's why the pay-to-win thing doesn't hold as much weight. It still holds weight because there is still some, you know, obviously you get some benefit from paying for stuff. But I feel like the whole point of what they're doing with all of these ships, with the utility mounts, with the different applications, with the fact that they're not limited to a job based on their role, means that if you find the right application for the ship you want, then you can do what you need to do. Like imagine if you could take the scanner out of a Terrapin and put a level 3 bed in there, right? Terrapin already has very, very strong armor for its size. It's well known in the lore and it's part of the appeal of the ship. What if you decided to turn that into an ambulance, right? Now you're suddenly a search and rescue person out in the crazy depths of Pyro where the Apollo can't fly because Pyro's constantly getting hit by sun flares. In fact, oh, spelt that word wrong. It's almost like they're planning for that, yeah? Solar bursts are dangerous natural disasters that happen regularly around older stars like Pyro. It erupts with a high energy particle wave generated from its surface traveling at 15% the light of speed. The dangerous high energy particle wave can be avoided by hiding behind other objects that are big enough, or maybe having shields. So like, if you look into all these details they're including in the ships, you start to realize that they don't necessarily want you to just take a ship at stock and, you know, judge what it can do by that. I think they want us to look at these ships as opportunities to get an edge up on our competition. You notice its slowness even leaving moons. I think they need to rebalance it like they did with the combat ships. No doubt they will. I don't think any ship that we see right now will stick at the specs that it's at in any major way. They might need to rebalance it. But again, you know, if if you don't want to take the ship into atmosphere, then it sounds like maybe it'll work a little bit better. Raft carries fixed 32 SCU containers. So the raft then does, what, 96 SCU? A little bit more than this? This is 64? 64, yeah. So the raft is in a little bit of a better position. It is bigger though, right? So maybe slower? Can't wait for salvage and repair mechanics. Yeah, I'm excited about that. We'll be touching on the Expanse here soon. Don't worry, we're touching on all those industrial ships. I got you. I got you guys covered. Happy return to the left coast, the best coast, Witch Space. How you been? How's all this? Actually, we'll talk about that in private. What's up, DePoets? Nice idea about the space turtle ambulance. I want it. I want that ship, the tomato pin. Give it to me. I love the terrapin, but it's just so useless right now. Ships will have to be modified to survive in Pyro, or just ask me for help in my extra armor coating. Trading needs a reason to trade stuff across significant distances. Right now, all the best trade routes are super short. When you say significant distances, do you mean in the same system, or are you talking about multiple system trips? Because that conversation's really interesting to me. You know, when you talk about the difference between going from Microtech to ArcCorp and the difference between going from Stanton to Terra, it's like, how much do you factor in for the fact that you also need to make those jump points or fly across another system? You know, do you just make that cargo run to the next system over? Do you really want to have to jump to one system, fly across that system, jump to another? Do you make that a multi-day trip where you sign off in that second system before making it to the third? I don't know about you guys, but that's why I'm excited for industrial gameplay, because it feels like there's so much like logistics involved, so much thinking and figuring out. It's not like quick twitch, shoot that person, make that decision. You get to like sit there and think out what you want to do. Guess that's why people like the what's it called, the Euro Trucker series. Should give that one a shot. You were out with the prospector, found 6 quant rocks. Ooh, dude, we're so close. You mentioned the Expanse. We're so freaking close, you guys. Like, I can taste it. You get 3 prospectors out there in the Halo Belt, right? You find a huge field of Quantanium. No. I'm sorry. Let's go back. You find a huge field of Quantanium down on Lyria. Yeah? Y'all can't mine it all at once. What do? You call in your buddy with the Starfarer, have him hang out up top, make regular trips up and down to go and refuel. But suddenly now you're refueling, but your ship's full. What better to do than bring in an Expanse? Have that sitting next to the Starfarer, making regular trips to refuel and refine, and you don't even have to go back to a space station. Ah, it's so close. And then on top of that, you get some combat escorts to keep your guys safe. And then last but not least, a couple of Hull A's to haul that quantum, that refined goods off to the nearby city to sell. Like, how close are we to having a full player run loop of gameplay using like multiple mechanics? Waited way too long for that. How's it going, Renato? Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Big payouts for long risky trips sound good. Right now 60% of trading is running at kiosks. Yeah, trading needs a lot of help, that's for sure. You might need 2 beds so a friend can continue switch with you while you work. It's fair. Fly to Nyx from Stanton, you have to pass close to Ruin Station, which is very dangerous. To cross Pyro to Nyx, the safe path will be stations on the opposite side of the sun. That's exciting. See, now there's that logistics, right? Ooh, the Orion would be cool. This is like Eve mining Hulk Orca. Yeah, that's how it works in Eve. Been waiting for that. More unarmed folks for pirates to farm works for me. Not gonna be able to hide that little gaggle of peoples. Witch Space, I wouldn't have thought you were the type. I had no idea. I guess it makes sense with the name. Witch Space is kind of a daunting name, right? And some scouts, you're right. Some scouts looking out. Maybe some pins. They need to fix refining times, or it will be just cargo running to sell the unrefined ore. I think the refining times make a lot of sense if they're saying that station or ship-based refining is faster. Because if you have short times on station refineries, then players with refinery ships aren't going to be as popular, right? But this way, if you have long timers on stations and short timers in player ships, then if you don't want to deal with other players, you can still do the station stuff, but you don't have to, you're not getting any sort of big benefit from it. In fact, if anything, I think it might make more sense to depend on the stations for the long ones so that you can always have something refining while you're offline. But they probably do need to tweak the times to some extent. You see something big happening, Eric? Like a big decrease in the refinery times at stations? Hurston has not always had clouds now. I would assume that the Expanse allows you to move your refined quant to a cargo ship. I would hope so. You don't kill, but if ships and their cargoes occasionally find their way into your hands. See the new package in the pledge store? No, I never touch the pledge store. This sales page is as close as I get to the pledge store unless I'm getting something for a giveaway. I stay away from buying ships in this game. I've done my funding, and I assume that like my videos help them more than me buying ships would anyway. So I think they're okay without me. Eve's Orca can hold the bulk loads. Ah, I see. Okay. Can pay off CS5s at a fine terminal at the moment. The math doesn't work then. At the moment, you can sell for half right away, no time. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the same. I don't think that they're going to keep the whole refined stuff to double the price thing. That seems like a lazy, quick workaround that they put in just because they were adding refining. I imagine that every material is going to refine a little bit differently based on what you're doing, and it won't just be like a direct, 1-to-2 relationship like that. You want your ship to be able to break and then need to be repaired? Low on fuel or food because it somehow got lost? Gotta make a deal with someone's trading. Yeah, the repair stuff is really cool. And the fact that we're getting repair in the game that leaves those kinds of marks of repair, like how they're like, you repair your ship, it doesn't bring it back to perfect health. You don't get the paint back and all that. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna be really, really pumped if we get that in 3.18. So the hull A is very lightly defended. It's got 2 S1 repeaters. At this point, the guns on these industrial ships, I don't even know why they're there. I guess they're there just to continue to build on this idea that it is a dangerous world universe that we live in. But these are all just kind of deterrents. I mean, what I try to do with these situations is I try to think of everything in this game in the sense of the Expanse. Because the Expanse made me realize how much more dangerous space is than all these space games do, In the Expanse, you'll have one little pea shooter in a situation and people will freak the heck out, right? Whereas in this game, we've got 2 massive laser repeaters on the front of the ship and we're like, this can't do anything. So I try to at least base myself in what something more realistic would feel like. And I guess if a gun like this was on a ship like this, I would be a little more hesitant to attack it, but I don't know. Holston Coop, thanks for resubbing. Heck yeah, Holston Coop is an OG. If there was an OG, there's like a group. There is a group that's been there since the beginning, and Holston Coop's up in there. I mean, 19 months subbed now. Appreciate you, dude. We haven't played together in a while though. The paints on the whole A are very nice. Yeah, that black paint's really cool. I like the matte black. My camera is flickering. It's kind of messed up. Up in the top corner, you can see we're raising money for a new camera because mine is broken. But until then, I'm all cyberpunk. The A is too small, too slow. It should be faster at least. Doesn't match up to a freelancer in the list. It shouldn't match up to a freelancer in the list. It should not. If it matched up to a freelancer, the freelancer would be pointless. It's got the speed of loading. It helps it a lot. We can't keep judging these ships by the things that aren't in the game yet. You have to be a subscriber? You have to be a subscriber for what? Do you think it's possible we see the Polaris in the next Fleet Week? No, not at all. I don't think that'll happen. Unfortunately, you missed Founder for a month or two? Did it... Oh, did it take off the... Does it take that off? Oh, you missed it by a month or two. I didn't even realize you weren't a Founder. Shame on your cow. Def, thank you for the sub as well. Getting those raffles started for folks. Anybody who wants to get some points towards our next ship giveaway. We're not running one right now, but at some point. You sell it as a Cyberpunk 2077 cam. What camera are you trying to get? I actually already have the camera. This bad boy. Sony a6000. Nothing special. It's actually pretty old, but it gets the job done for me. I love it. I'm still saving up for a new lens, but my cam link is actually the broken part, so I can't connect this. What I'm using right now is a webcam. Okay, so the Hull A is cool, but what I really wanted to bring you here for was to talk a little. Actually, which way should we go? Which way should we go? I was gonna jump to the jump point first and show you a little bit about the process of making this ship. Man, this is a little laggy. Let me just throw this in here real quick. Don't look at my files. It's all porn. Okay, so I'll keep this open over here. It's still laggy. Don't open it in Chrome. Like, I downloaded it so it wouldn't open in Chrome. Don't do that to me. Open with, oh geez. There we go. Oh, it's just gonna be like that. Okay, so we got that here, but first let's talk about the Expanse. Oh, does ship porn not count? Ship porn has a new meaning. Anybody who's been following the Astropub, I'll wait until that makes its own way to the front stage, but he's done something ridiculous. Do I have an Amazon wish list for the cam link? I don't, actually. I never even set one of those up, to be honest. Could totally do that. I'll have to do that before I never thought about that kind of thing, really. I'll look into setting something like that up, though, if people are interested in that. Huh. You're worried that cargo will only turn into junk and crap commodities because there's no place to sell all of the higher price stuff in one go. Realistically speaking, though, right? Looking at the people who are making this game, at how absolutely anal they are about basically everything that they put into the game, and how much effort and time they're putting into making the bones of cargo hauling and trading, do you think that they'll let it just fall on its face? You don't think that they'll, like, make sure all this stuff works? I feel like if cargo hauling doesn't work in this game, nothing's going to work. Cargo hauling is the backbone, especially with the quantum system. We kind of need cargo hauling to work for anybody to want to go find stuff, you know? Refiners need cargo haulers to get the mined goods to them. Explorers need cargo haulers to have a reason to go find those mined goods. Combat folks need cargo haulers because they need their combat stuff hauled. I feel like this stuff's pretty important to the game. What's up, Colorado? That's a good name. Thank you so much for jumping in here. It doesn't right now. It doesn't right now. But I mean, like, they don't even have the cargo system. This might be, people might not know this. I'll pull it up. So, like, the cargo system isn't even done. So everything that we've seen so far is kind of like, think of combat, yeah? Like right now, our experience of FPS combat is go to a bunker, find some glitched out AI dudes who may or may not shoot back at you, kill them, and then leave. I hope nobody thinks that's how combat's going to be in the future, because it's just an alpha implementation. It's just they just threw something in there so that we could shoot at people. We've seen in the monthly reports that they're starting to work more on different behaviors, on reactions, on teamwork between AI and that kind of stuff. It's the same with the commodities and the cargo system. All this stuff is just not even in the game yet. So it kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't judge what we think they're going to do based on what's in the game right now. I would at least wait to see what they do with this. I'm surprised they haven't talked about this too much, but I would wait to see. Honey said that the stream title is boring, so I'm going to change it. She said you guys hate me. All I want to do is become a space UPS. Where were we? There we are. It can only be balanced through multi-systems, buy-sell rates that work, but not inside one system. Right. Or planets even, you know? In Hurston, you can't buy guns, right? So obviously in Hurston, there's going to be a higher pay for selling weapons when you get over there, I would assume. In New Babbage, there's a much higher drug trade than the rest of the companies or the rest of the planets because New Babbage consumes more drugs. In Crusader, they're building spaceships, so I would assume they'd need more materials and metals. I think it'll get more granulated like that. Granular. Yeah, through quantum. Or let the AI kill them, right? Do all the work for you. I will say it and keep saying it. 4.0 will completely change the game. I hope so. 3.0 changed the game. I'd like to see 4.0 do the same. They have very selected realism in their game, and who buys tons of random stuff from one place and sells it on another? No one! That's not how trading or shipping works in our world, and it won't work in SC. That'll be interesting to see. Better have some kind words for the Endeavor. Oh, I love the Endeavor. You don't have to worry about that. Who doesn't love the Endeavor? The only people who don't love the Endeavor are masochists. They're people who hate life. They don't want to be involved in happiness. The Endeavor is like it's kind of a godship. Do we have any guarantee that the tractor rooms will be coming with the cargo refactor? We don't. There are no guarantees in Star Citizen. They won't buy the weapons, but somebody in the Hurston system will, right? We got black arms dealers, yeah? Aaron, are you breaking the gambling system? The traveling merchant is a very medieval idea that makes no sense today, but I guess the same applies to manned turrets. It's also really cool. like the idea of a traveling merchant in space is really freaking cool. I'll give up a whole bunch of realism for more coolness in this game. I don't know, I do like a certain level of realism. I like kind of hovering around the zone of realism, but I grew up loving sci-fi. I got into this game because I love sci-fi, you know? I just started watching Foundation. Like, I want more bright lights in my life now. Okay? Give me more cool colors and bright lights. That's why I'm here. That's what it's all about. Let's talk about The Expanse. It's a really silly name. I don't understand why they named it The Expanse. Or not The Expanse, just Expanse. But still. Is it because it expands stuff? But does this do gases? It does do gases, right? For fuel. It expands gases? Ooh, Raised by Wolves was crazy. I'm excited to see that. I haven't seen it yet. I keep forgetting to try that out. So I want to just kind of do a quick read through of this, and God knows it's not going to be quick. We'll be having some chat, some conversations. Feel free to throw any questions out here. I'm reading this for the first time, so yeah, we're going to see what happens. You're building a new rig. We'll get this game next week. Can't wait. Oh, boy. I hope you're not building it for this game. Build it for more games than just this one. I promise you. You're going to want... I mean, if you build a game for this, if you build a computer for this, you'll be able to play other games. Welcome, though. Welcome to the community, Terry. Just have to say, I haven't played in a year. And after 3.17, the game feels and plays so much different from last year. I'm really impressed by the speed compared to previous years. Yo. I mean, I try not to toot my own horn, but... It's happening. It's happening. They figured out, not everything, but they finally figured out kind of how to develop a game. Besides just developing an engine. And it's starting to show. It expands your manufacturing capabilities. There it is. You the salesperson? No, of course not. Cool. Well, Terry, welcome aboard. I'm glad you decided to hop into the chat a little bit to chat. If you want any help, if you want to talk to people about this game or other games, feel free to join us on Discord. Links down in the video description below, or stream description. Just used to saying video description. Do I think the 3 ships they're working on behind the scenes will release at Fleet Week? I think they'll probably show 2 of them. Let's see. One of the unannounced ships was at the same stage as... Or no, sorry, vehicles. There were 3 vehicles. We don't know if they're all ships. One of them was at the same stage as the Scorpius and the Hull A. So that's probably planned for Invictus. Another one was going into Greybox. That's probably planned closer to 3.19. Probably Citizen Con. The other one they could probably show at Invictus as well, but maybe not for a release. On Thursday, Inside Star Citizen welcomes a special Tools Time episode focused entirely on the internal tool. Are you serious? They're putting out an episode about the tools they used to build the game. I'd like to show you guys something. This is the supporter video that I put out. Oh my gosh. Here. This was the supporter video I put out on Saturday. Literally a video about them building the freaking internal tools. Yo, tell me earlier. Dang, I could have gotten a lot of content from that. I'm excited that they're going to talk about it though, actually, because they'll have a lot more to say about it. And that's exciting because their tools are their tools are doing good things. Cynical Owl. They're ripping it off, man. They're watching the playlist. That's actually really funny. Can't stack gems in the rock. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. We've been sitting here. I'm so bad at this. What are the benefits of using a refinery ship compared to station-based refining? Ooh, monthly report this week. Perfect. I could do that next week. Aaron, why are you sad? What'd you do? Stop while you're ahead. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop making videos now. Okay, so the most obvious benefit is that you have the refinery on the site. Yep. Another benefit is it planned to take less time. We were already talking about that. You'll always be unaffected by the refinery station's occupation level when it's being used by other players. Oh, I see. Okay. So when you use a ship, you won't be bothered by other people refining. That's cool. We'd love players to come together to form industrial fleets with mining, refining, salvage, and transportation, protected by fighters and gunships. Okay, so see, they know what we want, right? Didn't I just say that? Like that was going to be perfect. That's what I'm waiting for, and then they throw it in there. They definitely know that we want to do that stuff. If CIG offered me a job, would I take it? Absolutely not. No, I would not work at a CIG. I think I'm getting close to the point where I wouldn't work in the game. No, I'm still far away from that. I don't want to work at any place that I'm like covering. I feel like that would ruin my credibility. And also I think that I enjoy my freedom to be able to make this stuff I want. I like being able to look at how people respond to the videos and stuff and continue to make that stuff, or make a decision based on a poll I give you guys. But Working for a company and doing this doesn't seem worth it. How long will refining take using the Expanse compared to station-based refinery? The aim is for it to be relatively fast and skill-based. If you know the material that you want to refine and you know how to properly process it, you should be much faster than the big refineries. Also, you'll be refining much smaller quantities. So this reminds me of... I love just being able to just pull up an example real quick. This reminds me of what they were saying about... Never mind. I don't even need this. This reminds me of what they were saying about deep space scanning, which you can read a little bit more about. They haven't gone into much detail about it. They talked a little bit about it last year. Was that last year or 2 years ago? Probing. Where's probing? Did they take it off? Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Am I confused? I think they might have removed this from the progress tracker. Unless they named it something else. Jump point spacescaping. Space mines. I think they removed it. Why would they do that? That is, Huh. They did that quietly, too. Hold on a second. No. Wait. Let me go back to my video. I'm pretty sure that it was on the progress tracker before. Not scanning. Scanning is still there, but this was supposed to be the more advanced version of, like, the professional version of scanning. Okay. So I might have included it in this video. Let's see. I don't want to look at my face. Pretty sure I would have put the progress tracker thing on here. Yep, here we go. Yeah. See? Right here, long distance probing. They took it off. They removed it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Somebody tell me why. I'm freaking out. I'm sweating. I'm so excited for this. So they better not start yanking me around about it. Okay, so I don't like it. I'm a sweaty tomato. If you do want to go watch this video, though, here, I'll drop the link in there. This is actually a pretty cool look. They did put some effort into explaining to us what deep space probing would be all about, but it sounded kind of the same as what they're talking about with refining. So with the probing, they said that you'd be able to send out these readings into space, right? You'd be scanning way deep out into space, farther than we could see with our actual eyes, and you'd get back a signature, some kind of a blurry blob of a signature, right? And what the way that they described it was that if you could recognize that signature on your own, you would be much faster at doing this scanning, right? So you get back some weird shape and you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool, that's an Idris, and it looks like there are a couple, there's a Starfarer and a couple Gladius around it, and then you could figure out ways to scan better for that to confirm for everyone else, as opposed to for the people who maybe don't know the signatures, they would have to have, I'm not sure, some kind of a, I don't know, past that, I don't know, but the way that they made it sound was that you would be able to understand what you were looking at, as opposed to looking at a reference to then figure out what you're looking at. And it sounds kind of like the same thing with refining. If you know the rock you're dealing with, you know how it's refined, you can go ahead and do that, as opposed to looking at some kind of a guide or reference. Will the Expanse... Oh, we got a Croncy raid. Croncy raideroo. How's it going? What's up, Crunch folks? my Cronces. Let me give you the shout out. How you guys doing? Coming in here with the buff hearts. The buff hearts. What were y'all doing? Playing some Star Citizen? Doing some fun stuff? Being rude, apparently, according to Aaron. Welcome to the stream, folks. We're doing some information walkthroughs right now. We're looking at some of the new information surrounding the industrial ships, the whole series, the Expanse, and maybe a little bit more of how they were made. Most interesting thing we're going to find out from this page is what ships are coming after the whole A has been done. But obviously, since that's the part with all the anticipation, I'll wait to say that a little bit later. But thanks for dropping in here. If you want to hear more about how these ships are made or the details around them, or just ask a question, feel free to stick around for a little bit. Or if you like tomatoes. I'm not a tomato, but if you like them, you can stick around. You're doing some mining today? How is it? Is it running? Is it working? Can you actually scan stuff? Love your content. My friends got very interested from your videos and are waiting on the free fly event. Sweet. Oh, I'm happy to help, John. Were you trying to get them into the game for a little while? I hope they enjoy it when they do get to jump in. The free fly is a great chance to play, especially the May one. In fact, I think I'll do a video about that. Let's see, so where were we? Will the Expanse have safe storage for volatile ore? For example, if I put raw quantanium into the Expanse, will the time to destruct halt? No, the Expanse doesn't have any safe storage, so volatility will not be bypassed. But it will halt when the refining process begins. Okay, cool. I mean, if you have the Expanse right next to where you're mining, that's not a big deal, I hope. You can scan for the rocks. There's a new method that requires you to scan probably the way intended. Huh. A new method, huh? That's okay. That's cool. I like new things. If it works better than it did before, then I'm happy to hear it. You can still scan very fast, but you need to adjust your ping angles. Cool. Okay. A little more involved. I like it. The next free fly event should be this month. At the end of this month, I would assume. Looking forward to the Crucible. Think it will be on sale for Fleet Week. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know about the Crucible. Have they not put out an announcement, actually? Now that I think of it, we haven't gotten a this month in Star Citizen post, have we? No, just this week. So whenever there's a this month in Star Citizen post, they'll probably say something about the free fly and give us a start date for it. So keep an eye out for that. Check back at the website probably sometime this week. What's up, Midgard Soren? Have been trying to get them into it since the Pyro reveal, so they can be prepared. Pyro, oh man, if server meshing works and Pyro comes in and the game actually runs relatively smooth, when I say relatively smooth, I mean like better than it does right now, this game could really open up. At such an early stage too, I wonder if that's good for the game. Like, I do feel like they need to get to a certain point with this game before it blows up, or else it's going to be just miserable. This is constantly people being angry. Expanse was the first ship that you got your questions answered by CIG in the Q&As. It is nice when they do that. Will there be a mini game for refining like we have for other professions? If so, can you share any details? We don't call it a mini game. They're like, you better fucking watch your mouth. That's not a mini game. Get out of here. We're Star Citizen, dang it. Since the mechanic will be a little more complex than that, but we see, okay, so right off the bat, they need to tell us, because the person who asked the question said that mining is also a mini game here, right? They said mini game for refining like we have for the other professions. So the fact that they then go on and say, we don't call it a mini game, it's more complex than that. Does that mean it's more complex than mining? Or does that mean they also don't consider mining a mini game? Like, questions always spawns questions, you know? When you try to be super detailed and read in between the lines, you always get more questions. We have a general idea of what we'd like the player-driven refining process to look like. This isn't final and subject to change, but currently the idea is that first, you will pull the refinery sack, from the delivery mining ship, with the tractor beam and attach it to the intake socket. Is that going to be the first time in game we ever connect things together? Besides docking two ships, this is going to be the first time we manually connect things together, right? And even docking is kind of driven by the game. So would this be the first time that we're actually moving things and connecting them to other things? Right, besides the docking and the refueling and stuff. Because this is different. We use the tractor beam to move stuff around, but we always just kind of drop it somewhere, right? Taking a tractor beam and pulling something off of a snap point is going to be a completely new interaction for Star Citizen. Something that I think of, you know, builders like Satisfactory, No Man's Sky, and different things like that kind of have that interaction. But I'm going to be really curious to see how well they nail that feeling of pulling objects off of one thing and attaching them to another, because you could put a lot into that. You could get audio in there, you could get a lot of tactile feels, some animations and stuff to make it feel really good and industrial. It's going to be interesting to see how this starts to feel now that we're going to actually be interacting with different things. That's exciting. But yeah, outside of the docking and the refueling and stuff, yeah, this is the first time. You guys are right. Cargo refactor will probably be the first introduction of this before the refining. Yeah, I love Satisfactory. Let me connect my sack. You don't want me to refine your sack, dude? Just put your sack on my inlet valve and like let me scoop everything out of your sack, and then, you know, I could deposit it later if you want. If you still want it back, you know, it's cool. We got a good relationship, so. Or it could be flaky and bug prone. Well, now, come on now. That never happens. All right, so you must decide which refining process you use after doing this. Okay, so you'll analyze the materials, I see. You'll pick either a predefined method or the manual approach. Ooh. Which has you directly interacting with the materials through interactions like grinding, melting, dissolving, and more. So this is definitely more in depth than the mining mechanic. I wonder if this is a little look into what we could expect from more advanced mining. Are they about to leapfrog mining in terms of complexity? That actually sounds pretty applied. Our goal here is to allow you to decide on how much effort you want to put into it. Make sense? You can take the easy way out, pick a well-known method, you'll probably get less yield, or you can come up with your own refining recipe. Probably the meta way to do it. This is what they do with everything. They have to do this with everything. People were kind of unhappy with the idea that the medical profession requires people to know drugs and stuff. People will no doubt be unhappy that the refining profession requires you to know materials. People are going to be pissed that the cargo hauling profession requires you to know how to move cargo around. But all this stuff is what's going to make this game last so much longer, I think. They need to establish 3 big things before they attract too many people: stability, performance, and scalability. Ooh, can't drop below 40 FPS range. That's a high bar. I would say as long as they can hit 30 FPS pretty regularly, they should be okay. More than 50 players would be great though. You've been enjoying the mining gadgets? I have not been able to see them yet. Would be nice if CIG hired chemists to give feedback on how a refinery process works. I'm guessing they must have somebody who understands chemicals because, again, we dive into the depths of CIG's video archive. I don't actually know if I can find this video right off the bat. Let me think. This is also just like, I'm really stretching this as proof. Don't take this as proof that they have chemists. But, you know, maybe at least a sign that they're willing to look up people. Let me think. Oh, that's not the right one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find the episode. There is an episode of Inside Star Citizen where they do... Is it this? No, that's 3 years ago. This was probably like a year and a half ago. Maybe 2 years ago. They did an episode where they went to a lab and they put a bunch of chemicals together and did a lot of recording and got sound effects and stuff. So I assume they have somebody who must at least be willing to find out how chemicals react. But yeah, I don't know how deep they'd go with that. Why do you have to play Star Citizen? Why do you have to pay Star Citizen? What do you have to pay for Star Citizen? If you're asking what you have to pay, it's $45. Why you have to play? Because I don't get to eat if I don't. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, cleansing day.
This is what happens when you marry a foreigner. You think the current medical gameplay is too simple? It is. Yeah, they need to. They'll have to keep building on it. It's unfortunate they don't actually label their videos with like numbers. Yeah, it's really hard to find episodes. They haven't gotten any quality assurance types who make sure the feature team and audio team are trying to make the game accurate to reality. I don't think they're trying to do accurate to reality. Maybe tone back the dystopian Tenoi announcements. Too many, too often in the hospitals. They sent some of their devs to a flight simulator. I know, yeah, they do pick up professional input on some of the stuff they're doing. What do you mean cringe Harry Potter tattoos, dude? You can have tattoos for whatever you want. You don't know what it means to somebody. You're not gonna have a good time here if you start insulting my wife. Just watched your video with the Reclaimer derelicts and potential space missions. As a Reclaimer owner, 10,000% appreciate any and all info on salvage. I hope that the Reclaimer doesn't take too long to get salvage, but I don't know how long that will be. I've never known a game to charge you to play their game. That's why I'm asking. What? Huh? Wait, do you mean... I just lost my headphones. You've never seen a game where you have to pay? What do you mean? You might be misunderstanding. There's not a... You don't have to pay to play. You pay to buy the game, and then you play it. They need focus on core mechanics and game loops, then add the non-critical things. Luckily, that seems to be what they're doing. Pretty much better than they used to. Unless it's a free-to-play game, you have to pay to play every game. Yeah, there are also a lot of games. There are a lot of games that have what's it called, where you have to continuously pay. I don't think that's a weird thing. Both these dudes are joking. That'd be a lot easier to understand. You pay $15 less than new AAA titles. Yeah. My favorite profession is going to be data, what's it called? Data moving, data transporting, data hauling. Data running. That's it. I want to be a data runner. Will we be able to begin refining and then store the expanse via ASOP terminal without interrupting the refining process? So can we refine stuff while the ship is stored? Refining process is an active profession, so you'll have to pay attention to it. It isn't decided yet, but storing the ship could halt the refining process, reset it, or lead to the materials being wasted. That would be pretty cool if you could just refine while you're stored. What's my favorite data running ship? Well, I like the MSR a lot. That's my favorite ship in general, so. Just started playing SC 2 days ago. How's it been treating you so far? I see the Data running be considered industry? No. Well, yeah. I mean, data running is still technically cargo hauling, right? It's just a different type of cargo. What were you wondering, Ruby? What, did I miss a question? If a friend plays on Free Fly Week and earns enough to buy a ship, does that mean he basically got the game for free? Or will they make you purchase the game still? You can buy the ship, but it's still only connected to that account. You won't have the actual game. You have to get a game package. Rest in Herald. The Herald is cool, but it's kind of lumpy. Right, I would think of data running as being science. I guess it's kind of a mix between hauling and science. I don't know. It'd be nice to see more videos on other space-related games. Might also boost your viewership more. People like Star Citizen, mate. Although I do cover other games sometimes. In fact, I just put out a podcast episode about Starfield, if you haven't seen it. But, you know, it's a slow process. Refining ore which contains metal is typically done by metallurgists, not chemists. Well, they better fix their job postings. Vagabond, hey there. Been a little while. How you doing? Let's see. What materials can the Expanse refine? The current aim is to have every raw/unrefined material be refinable. So all minerals, gases, and metals. That's pretty wild. They're going to let you refine gases and minerals in this ship. This ship is going to be just crazy. Is it compatible with the Argo Mole, Grey Cat Rock, and Drake Vulture? The Expanse is planned to refine the vast majority of output from the vehicles above, so it shouldn't matter where their unrefined materials come from, as long as the setup of the refinery matches the materials refining requirement. Huh. Sounds like the Starfarer to me. Have they given any details on where the refining takes place? Because that seems like an important line. The setup of the refinery matches the materials refining requirement. That sounds like how the Starfarer has to have different tanks for... The Starfarer has to have different tanks for quantum fuel or for hydrogen fuel storage, right? So it sounds like maybe they're saying that this needs to be set up separately for refining materials versus gases. A Rocky Tirade. Rocky Tirade. I think that's it. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming through. Speaking of, I'm excited to hear that the Vulture will get some kind of repair ammo refilling station. Yeah, I think I heard about that. That sounds good. Will we be able to harvest gases? I would guess so. I mean, the Starfarer can pick up gas, right? And you know, certain fuel scoops can pick up certain gases. Will refining require consumables? Refining will likely require some use of power, catalysts, and other reagents. So definitely going to have to figure out power management when you're doing this. Plan to have your refinery be able to craft catalysts and reagents if you have the proper materials to hand. Crafting is an interesting idea. I wonder how deep that goes. And it makes sense. That's how refining works, right? You add things in and you get less out. This makes me wonder if the Orion's refinery will be bigger than the Expanse, or will they further increase its size for more reactors? The Orion's freaking huge. I can't imagine it wouldn't be bigger. Will it refine quantum fuel? Yes. Sounds like it. They did say up here that it can refine. I mean, they didn't say it can't refine it, so I would assume that means yes, it can refine quantum fuel. What's up, Spore? Will the refineries require power from the ship to operate? Yes, the refinery will be dependent on the ship's power plant. That makes sense. This might even impact your ship's energy balance. Energy management is going to be freaking crazy. For anybody who hasn't seen it, hold on, let me show you a quick example of what energy management is going to look like. Not what it's going to look like, actually. An idea of how it will work, because this is actually a little bit old. It's been a while since they've shown us this. But you can see here, so this is like an example of what a hammerhead would look like. This is a little short. This is an example of what a hammerhead would look like. So you've got energy relays going throughout your ship that transfer power to all your different components. You can see these green squares are turrets. You can see these orange squares are power plants. In the middle here, this yellow square is a battery. You got your fuel tank here in the back, which basically supplies all of the, well, fuel. Turret in the back here. I think those are life support? I don't actually know. But these are all the different components in a ship, right? So the idea would be you need to keep power balanced so that this fuel tank over here on the right isn't draining so fast that you're going to run out of fuel. You also have batteries that can help store some power just in case your fuel tank gets connected. But if you can see here, if they disconnect a relay, boom, the power for the entire front of the ship goes off. So that's what they're talking about when they talk about here that you need to balance the amount of power you're using for this, because if you're refining and you're also trying to fly and maybe somebody's using a turret, you'll all be in trouble. That's engineering, not so much energy management. It's just what they call it. Engineering will be part of energy management, but it won't be the only profession that has to use it, in the same sense that the cargo system is going to be used by cargo haulers, but not exclusively. I think it's actually called resource management, not energy management. But it is not just for engineers. So this will actually be used in cities. It'll be used in settlements. It'll be used in all locations. It will be important for the engineering gameplay, but it's something that I think everybody will have to keep track of. What happened? I know people like Star Citizen, however, people also are mainly sub to you for your personality and video style. Diversifying your games would increase your viewership and watch time. Well, I have I have tried that, and respectfully, that is untrue. I make most of my money when I cover Star Citizen, and the act of spreading out into other games is not as simple as just starting to throw videos out about other games. I need to understand what people are enjoying about Star Citizen, understand what people are enjoying about how I cover Star Citizen. I can't step into another game that has 14 other content creators making content and try and make the same content they're doing, you know? I'm going to have to look into the game, see what makes it special, see how I could take my own angle on it. I can't just... Because each video takes a week, right? So if I'm making $3,000 a month, which is about how much I'm making right now, between $3,000 and $4,000, and $250 of that comes from a single video. If I'm going to take a week to make that video and say, okay, screw this, I'm not going to cover my normal stuff. Instead, I'm going to put this towards another video. That's $250 gone if people don't like it, right? So I can't just ignore my normal stuff and put that stuff out on top of the fact that I'm also trying to keep my life together because we're moving back and forth, trying to get my org working, trying to make sure that we have an editor who's helping us out. There's a lot more going on than just me picking what game I want to cover what week. I do appreciate what you're saying, and I do want to cover other games. Believe me, if I could cover other games besides Star Citizen, I would do it more. But it is partially about what I want to do and also partially about what's the best for the business. So I have to balance it. But you will start seeing other games on this channel. In fact, I ask you, have you watched the video I put out about Hard Space Shipbreaker? Because I think anybody who's telling me that I need to be covering other games to make more money would probably have watched my videos about other games by now, yeah? Not to put you on the spot, but that's the case. That's how it goes. I've covered other games on my channel, and you can see how the views compare. Do I recommend 16 or 32 gigs of RAM? 32 would be best. 16 is a minimum. You hear from me, not the games I play. I know a lot of people are here for me and will watch me do other games. I absolutely understand that. And, you know, I appreciate that from you guys. But there's a lot of people that I have to think about. You only follow Senor Tomato for Star Citizen, though you would watch whatever he puts out because of his... Well, I appreciate that. If you started doing No Man's Sky content, I would have to spend time watching someone else on Star Citizen. Ah! You've been doing a fantastic job. Don't know how you can do this. Keep the faith. We believe in ya. I just keep doing what I started doing. I just started this out as... I was just telling, who was this? I was talking to Sylvan yesterday, and he asked how I started doing this, and I was like, well, my wife got sick of me talking about Star Citizen to her. So I just started putting videos of, like, the cool bits on, and people seem to like that. The camera is glitching. It's a cool effect. Only cool. Have I thought about cloning myself? Not until Star Citizen's out. Hard Space is a great game for what it does. It is. It's such a cool game. I fell in love. Now that you mention it, maybe I should see the game before and thought it was nice. Hard Space is pretty cool. Upload to other places to get paid in crypto. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'd love to start working on Nebula at some point. Here for the corrupt nature? I know you, man. Corruption. Corruption breeds corruption. Your girlfriend calls it space game. No more SC, you're dead. You're dead, tomato. Could you explain in broad terms how the SAC system works? The SAC system. You might already be familiar with the SACs from the Prospector and the Moles. Why do they call them SACs? I mean, I guess it makes sense, but maybe pods? The pod system? SACs. So they fill up as you mine, they expand as they're filled, and can be detached once full. Do they expand when they're filled right now? Is that a thing? I've never paid attention to that. I don't use Lone Fulci Fleet Viewer. I actually don't use any Fleet Viewers. Is it natural that after a certain popularity, the thirst towards the person rises over the in-game content? I think it depends on the person. Yeah, I'm excited for Hard Space to come out. The other thing is that I would love to cover other games, right? And anybody who's been following long enough knows I have covered other games that I enjoy. I've covered Cyberpunk, I've covered Halo, but I really don't have that many other games that I enjoy enough to cover. There are plenty of games that I like to play, but making videos about it over and over and over again, you gotta be into the game more than just playing it. That's why I'm only just now starting to get into a new game, which is Starfield. There are not that many space games out there to cover that really pique my interest. That's the key point at the end there, really pique my interest, because yeah. Because there are plenty of games that I love playing. The sex system, yes. Yes, that's it. I didn't finish this, did I? When it's picked up by other ships, the contents are transferred for further processing. So these are little things that are going to be just thrown around every which way. That's fun. They're just canvas bags, exactly. When the Expanse receives raw ore via a container, does it is this music too loud? No, it's okay. Does it reuse the same container when delivering the refined materials? Are the Expanse's 8 side saddlebags detachable? We plan to allow players to reuse the sacks that the raw materials were brought in and refuel them with refined materials. I would hope so. A prospector, so this is how it's supposed to work, they're saying. A prospector delivers you a sack of unrefined materials, which you successfully attach to your Expanse's intake socket. You can then either move the contents directly to your reactor or store it in one of the sacks on the side of the Expanse. Okay. What just happened? Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. If you directly refine the material, you can move the material back to the original sack via the intake socket, because it just come back in the same way. However, you'll have to first rinse the sack to prevent the refined material from picking up impurities. I wonder if they're gonna make you rinse. You know? Give me, I want to see some folks accidentally leave their sacks unrinsed. Swine, filthy swine, not rinsing your sack before reusing. Be careful, the intake socket has a very weak connection and will not hold the sack in place during travel. Does that mean that you... Oh, I see, because the intake nozzle is in the back there. Okay, I see. So this is the intake and this is where they're stored. Still curious how it works with Quant. They said that once the refining process starts, it will pause the Quantanium volatile timer, but it won't until you start refining. You had to resubscribe to the channel. Sorry, Billy Angel. We scrubbed all haters. We made them all automatically unsubscribe. You've been found out. What is the total cargo capacity for refined and needing to be refined? Can it process 64 worth of ore, but also have an additional S64 SCU? Like the Prospector and Mole, the Expanse utilizes the same folding sack design that allows a second set of pods to be stored on board in a compressed state. Really? I wonder where. Just like maybe down here underneath this little doorway here that might unfold? That's exciting. Or do they just mean that they'll be folded up in these sections here? By default, there are 8 pods expanded and 8 pods compressed above them. Okay, so they would be stored... They'd be stored in these little things up here. I gotcha. I didn't know that. Is that how the Prospector is going to work? Is that what they're saying? The Prospector will actually be able to hold 8 instead of 4? Or... yeah. I'm hoping that's what they're saying. It uses the same design as the Prospector and Mole. That would be really cool. Because the Prospector's capacity is pretty low. Okay. That's interesting. That's a good piece of info. Is the Expanse able to hold raw ore in waiting beyond the 6 jobs it can run at once? If so, it will automatically start new jobs in waiting. We plan to allow you to store some amount of material directly in the reactor or in the attached sacks. However, it will not be refined until you actively start the process. They're like, you need to be there. You gotta be there. The Mole holds 8. But it only has 4 readily available slots, right? Like if I look up the Argo Mole. Oh, it has... Okay, so are there 4 up each side? There we go. Yeah. So there's 4 in the middles here. So does that mean that the Argo Mole holds 16? Yeah. Is that what they're saying? 8 in storage and 8 out front? So these ships are going to change in usability once this new system starts working, right? That seems like a big detail. Like your Prospector is going to be able to mine twice as much as it already does if you can find a place to store these sacks. So now we need to understand what ships can these sacks fit into. Can I tractor beam this onto I don't know, a Constellation Taurus or like a Starlifter? What if you could mine with your Prospector, get rid of 4 sacks, put those in the Starlifter where you have 4 other collapsed sacks, And then, like, could you eventually fill up 16 of these sacks with just one prospector? I don't know. This opens up so many possibilities. It's exciting. I love it. But let's get back to the page. Hopefully they add the tractor beam to the cat. We need those ship tractor beams for sure. Any cargo grid, I would assume? I hope so. Keep reading? Ooh, okay. Is the Expanse able to hold raw ore in waiting? We already did that. Is a system being planned to allow players to charge for ore processing, like when refueling from another player? We plan to have a selling/purchasing system where players are able to sell the refined materials to the Expanse, which can then be refined and sold on. Oh, that's so cool. So a cargo hauler could just broker a deal with a refiner. The brochure illustration shows pod loading in 0G via tractor beam. Will this also work on a planet where gravity is a factor? Yes, that is the plan. Cool. So that's about it. This is exciting. This Q&A is so much more exciting than the ship it's about. Throw all your ore sacks into the Liberator, eject them right into the landing pad, pick them up, and shove them below in the cargo hold. Yeah. So for a vein, yeah, you could just constantly sit there and drain a mining vein. If all professions are this in-depth and the game becomes huge, publishers are going to hate it because players will demand this. That's a lot of kind of why I've liked the game so far, because they do put a lot of depth into this stuff, even the most basic levels of stuff. Sometimes it's kind of boring. Sometimes it can be a little bit repetitive. But they still do continue to build the depth in, which is nice. What you think will happen is the whole ships will use that to load your bags you need to refine, and other ships will swap them. So the miners keep mining until the hull is full. Yeah. Pirates could board and eject your pods. That's why I hire other pirates to kill those pirates. Think the Expanse will be used in conjunction also with the Pioneer for base building. Gonna need a lot of materials for the Pioneer. The fact that they're talking about crafting and adding reagents and all that stuff makes it seem like base building is gonna be way more complicated than I was thinking. The depth will also scare more people away than many, I think. I'm totally fine with that, to be honest. We don't need to have millions of players in this game to make it fun. I think it will be something that becomes normalized over time. You know, I think this game will definitely keep a lot of people at arm's length for a while. But I think as more and more casual players, especially casual YouTubers, start jumping into this game, imagine if this game were to get coverage by one of those big streamers that just kind of jumps around and plays any game, you know? And they get into it and they're able to see not only that they can play the game and like do stuff that they enjoy simply, but also they can see other people who are very into the game do the more complex stuff around them, you know, so it looks impressive. That's how CIG needs to sell the game. They need to get people who have no idea what they're doing to come in and do the stuff to show people it can be easy, and then also show us how crazy it can be. Game doesn't have to appeal to everybody. Amen to that. Amen to that. It's always funny when a game comes out and people are like, ugh, why would they make this? I would never play this. It's like, oh yeah, they probably should have canceled it then. Lyric bounced off 2 times to this day, to my knowledge. I think I remember seeing Lyric at least do like a reaction or something, or maybe he was playing this game. Give it some time. Saw a TikToker that made it to the Javelin by referrals, and I think it was half a year. Yeah, apparently TikTok's a great place to post Star Citizen content. When the Merchantman comes out, they're going to be everywhere. Seems like 50% of people talk like that. I'll let you in on something, though. I don't know how long you've been around, but that's been true for a lot of the ships that came into the game. I would say both the Carrack and the MSR. Trying to think if there were any other ones. The Carrack and the MSR were definitely talked about as much as the Merchantman. I would say the Carrack was talked about more than the Merchantman. but it definitely kind of, you know, it balances out after a patch. You're worried about scaring people away. It can succeed as a game, but fail as an MMO. MMO can't survive without enough people playing it. But look at how many people are already interested in this buggy ass alpha mess. You know, if they multiplied the amount of people who are into this now by 3, they'd be at what, 9 million accounts. So if we had 2 million people playing this game regularly, that's not a ton. You can still scare off 80% of the gaming market and still have a pretty healthy amount of people who are into it. And there's always people getting their first computer, you know, for the first time, who are looking for a space game to play. I think this is just the next stage in games. I don't think Star Citizen will be alone in how in-depth it's going with this kind of stuff. At least I hope not. That would be very disappointing if other games weren't working on this stuff. Did you review or talk about the level cap VOD where he used the police? I haven't actually watched all of his videos yet. Yeah, Jack Frags has been posting videos. I've been trying to get Jack Frags to come onto the podcast. No luck. Level cap is gonna come on though. I've been watching his games and we've talked a little bit. And there's another big streamer who's a YouTuber who's getting into the game, Ollie, who's been posting up some cool videos too. And that's just the beginning. You know, they're kind of dipping their feet, wetting their beaks. There's gonna be a lot more over the years. Mrs. Tomato is gonna do the TikToks for us on Star Citizen. As someone who has a bunch of hours in Space Engineers, I think this is a great, refreshing new start. I'm looking forward to trying Space Engineers at some point. One thing they didn't say is how much each refinery can hold. Did they not? I think they mentioned something about trading out stuff at least. So the prospector delivers a sack, so you can directly refine the material. You can move the material back to the original sack. I'm assuming that the refineries can hold as much as a sack. 64, or no, that would be, would that be 8 SCU? No, sorry, 14? Jesus. My math. 18? 18 times 4, yeah. But I don't know. Oh no, sorry, that's between 8, so it would be 8 SCU per sack. I don't know. That's true. 90% of the simulated population is AI driven, so that helps. What are your thoughts on the A2 Hercules? That's not an industrial ship. The A2 Hercules is cool. I don't find much use for it since, you know, what are we gonna bomb right now? I think it's a cool application for a ship, but I'm still not convinced. Not quite convinced on where it's going. EVE Online had a time where on peaks it was at 30 to 40,000 at the same time, and on calm times 9K. If we could do that, we should be fine, huh? 19 years since alpha for EVE. Huh. Is it that young? I thought it was... Oh no, 2003. That makes sense. Account numbers are hugely inflated by dead, never paid, and multi-accounts. No, exactly. And that's why I said, like, if you multiply that by 3, 9 million accounts, but then I went and said, you know, 2 million players. So I'm assuming that if there are 9 million accounts, we would have at least 2 million players. I still think that is plenty population. Is there a safe location to launch a ship and work out all the key bindings before trying to actually play? Any city. You'll be fine on any city launching a ship and just flying around. For the most part, you can fly around completely unthreatened in this game. You want to watch yourself, but you'll be fine as well as sorry, especially if you're in atmosphere. Just found Sir Tomato in Elden Ring. Is there a character named Sir Tomato? All right, I fell behind chat. Let's jump to the next section of this stream. Oh boy, this is going to be exciting. So, first there is that's the game. That is not. Here we go. So, this is the jump point, and like I said, I'm not going to go into a ton of depth about this because I feel a little weird doing that. This is paid content. This is something that you can become a subscriber to help support Star Citizen and the stuff they do. And to be quite honest, I think this is one of the best reasons to be a subscriber. Now, obviously, you can get it later on as not a subscriber, but this is good work. It's put together by Ben Lesnick, one of, honestly, the biggest names in this game, who's relatively unknown, I think. And this specific issue talks about the making of the Hull A. I'm probably going to turn this into a video. If you haven't already seen it, though, I believe if you look up Star Citizen, how the ships are made, my video does pop up. So this was my original attempt at, oh God, there's my chubby turkey cheeks. This is my original attempt at describing how these ships are made. And this goes over the Starlifter, the one you were just asking about, the A2, kind of talks about how they draw them, how they figure out different designs and concepts that they want to build, and then how they look at previous ships from the company. You can kind of see, so like this is showing the similarities between the A2, C2, M2, and the Genesis Starliner. And then how they go through that whole process of turning that into, you know, getting that closer and closer to design, going through the white box phase, stepping that up, and eventually going into the gray box phase somewhere here. Yeah. And then finally, all the way through to final art. These are the kinds of videos I generally make for supporters, but this is one that's out publicly if you want to check it out on my profile. And it just goes through like the production process of these ships. But this one, I think this gives me a good opportunity to kind of update that. This talks about how they started creating the Hull A as, let me see, like the delivery trucks of the game. They concepted it in 2014. And you can see some of the early design stuff they talked about. The Hull B should be your box truck. Designers should go into it imagining it as a part of a series of similar utile designs. The Hull A is a station wagon. The Hull B is a box truck. The Hull C is a big rig. And the Hull D is a super tanker, or some similar progression. So general design that can scale up massively. And that's the idea behind the whole series of ships. Big impact here is that these MISC hull ships will be part of the background noise of the SC world. And that's what I was saying when you see, like they show in these pictures, when you see a whole series ship, it's not alone. There are, where is it? They're all over the place. These are the box delivery trucks. These are your FedEx trucks that you see everywhere. So expect to see a lot of them. The other big piece is that they are radically modular. It's a platform that can visibly take in several directions beyond just shipping goods. So it's also kind of a key line. Yeah, they've been in concept forever. So, moving on, you know, they talk a lot about the inspiration for the ships, how they were modeled, all that kind of stuff, how you have to build out a ship to make sure people can fit in it. In fact, if you look, so this is how big the ship was when it was concepted, out here on the left. And then on the right is like the massive actual in-game one. And this happens a lot. This happens a ton. I think I might be able to find a picture of the Banu Merchantman going through the same process. Almost every ship in this game gets made much bigger than its concept, which is actually why sometimes the price will go up. It's why some people will get the concept ship first because it's cheaper. Not a great practice. I don't like that. I don't like that CIG does that, but it happens. I don't think I have the picture of the Banu Merchantman here. But yeah, they generally they'll increase the size because of two things. One is that it's needs to be big enough for people. This wasn't back when it was going to be single player. This is a 2015 concept. So this was kind of, at least I think that's what they said. 2013. So they kind of had the idea for the MMO already. The reason that they were really small is for A, they didn't realize how much space people would need to move around, but they also didn't have the components in game. So you could see here they're kind of highlighting where all the components would be, and they're really big. And compared to where they would be on the old concept, it would be kind of crazy. And they might actually talk about that here. Implement the ship. Okay, yeah, so here I think they kind of talk about it here. They ask, how closely do you work with the artists in making the ship? And they say, when they get a piece of art ready, it's my job to implement it into the game by attaching node points for weapons, components, etc., and make sure animations play correctly with the right timing. No, but they don't actually talk about components here. They've mentioned it in the past, but... Nope. Well, that's one of the things that they've always talked about, is that like the ships need to get a lot bigger to handle all the new stuff they've introduced to the game. I think the Prospector doesn't have its components yet. Hey, Citizen Black, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Make sure to take advantage of those exclusive videos you get access to as a Twitch sub. It's a nice little perk. Only wish they would get rid of those totally impractical designs like the Reliance and Corsair wings. Why would you ever build a ship like that? 'Cause it's f***ing cool, dude! Why not? If we're never gonna get these ships in real life, why not get to enjoy them in a game? I will admit some of the ships are like not my favorite designs, but like, let's have some fun with it. I mean, it's pretty sick. Where are the Reliance? Where did they go? I know they got pictures of them up here. I saw them. They were all... There they are. Like, it's pretty cool to have a ship that can transform vertically and horizontally. I do wish that the Corsair's other wing could go up, though. Sadly, the last patch made your graphics card obsolete. What graphics card do you have? Technically, in-game assets with interiors exist for everything up to hull D. The problem is that the game mechanics and ship standards have evolved past what those assets are. Yeah, that's what we were talking about here with the component changes. All this stuff requires a ship to get a lot bigger. Okay. Let me double check and see if there's anything else interesting here. The control lights are pretty cool. I'm not going to spill all this info to you guys. Very solid sci-fi trope. Yeah. We love our vertical ships. We need a ship like Slave 1, though. We need a ship that lands on its back. When do I think we'll get to be able to explore Pyro? Probably next year. Just to be safe. Now that repair gameplay is coming soon and refueling is in the game, what do you think of the Aegis Vulcan? I love the Vulcan. I really hope that it can come soon, but they haven't really talked much about it. So here's the most interesting bit that we got from this little bit of information. What ship comes after the Hull A? At least as far as the people who are working on the Hull A, what's coming next? Anybody have any guesses what they might move on to? What you would expect the person who built the Hull A to start working on next? I'll take 5 guesses. Excuse me. I'm sure somebody already read this, so you probably know the answer. Vulcan Drake is already being built by somebody else. The Hull C. The Hull B. I mean, that would make the most sense, right? The Odyssey. Hull B, Hull C, Hull C, Hull B, Hull E. It's out of left field. It is a very important ship. I think it's a ship that a lot of people are going to be into. I'm certainly excited to see how it expands on its specific type of gameplay. I haven't seen it come up yet, though. Well, I've seen one of them come up. We'll say there were two. Oh, definitely not the Polaris. That's just wishful thinking. It is, my friends. No. Oh, let me. I went to the wrong side of the screen. Ooh. Over here. And we'll just scroll down a little bit. Oh my god, I zoomed in too much. Where are the words? There it is. The Argo SRV. How exciting is that? Ain't no hull A back girl. Yeah. So they're moving on to the hull C next. Which is, I mean, you know, the thing. But they might be doing the SRV first. The SRV is... Oh, that's a fun one. See, I love these concept ships that were introduced a while back and then never talked about. Because they're kind of a nice surprise. This is the SRV. Little tugboat. It has a massive tractor beam on the back of it that allows the ship to haul other things through space. Other ships, cargoes, and the like. I think I've got some other pictures of it. Come on. I know there's a good picture here at hauling a Connie. Gets so warm in this room. Where is that picture? Okay, you know what? There's an easier way to do this. Here we go. This is the SRV. So it can like tow other ships. You know, if you don't have the money for a Liberator. Woo! Yeah, search recovery vehicle. And it has a beautiful design. I really like it. It's got the trademarks of Argo, you know, the exposed heat exchangers, the orange and black coloring, the utility looking lights on the front, the very squared off cockpit. It looks like an Argo ship, acts like an Argo ship, and it kind of does what you'd expect from an Argo ship, which is something industrial. So they're working on the whole C, but they might actually be doing this SRV first. Regardless, the fact that they're talking about it does mean that ship-based tractor beams are making good progress, which we've seen, but it's a good confirmation. Mazelgloth, thank you for dropping in here. Tractor beams are supposed to be coming with the cargo refactor. Did they say that? Did they confirm that? I've been trying to figure out if they actually are planning on doing that or not. But that would be very good. Very good indeed. It's not on there. I do... Let's see if the Grey Cat tractor tool is at least done, but then, yeah, they're not talking about anything else. I do hope it comes with the cargo refactor, or else it's gonna be miserable trying to do it all with the multi-tool. Wonder if we can tow those huge cargo boxes with the SRV. I believe so. One of the pictures of it actually shows... Here we go. So here's one of the concept pieces. You can see they are kind of alluding to the fact that you're going to need it in small applications. It would be cool if it was done by the... I don't think it'll be done by the cargo refactor, though. If they're talking about starting this ship right now, then it won't be done by then. Hopefully we can get the ones on the Cutlass, though. The Cutlass, the 315, the Nomad. They've all got utility mounts. The Caterpillar. There's quite a few ships. There's a Q&A on the SRV that goes into detail. Oh yeah, because they do them at concept phase. Wish Argo would make a single seat mining ship. You might get that at some point. The raft uses tractor beams to lift cargo crates. Yeah, it does. That's right. So I think V1 of ship tractor beams will be in 318. I hope so. I don't take their... I try not to draw... I try not to make a conclusion about what they're bringing in based on what they... Because they just, you know, they'll throw a ship in there that can't do what it's supposed to do. Right? The raft doesn't work already. I would love if they stressed about getting it to work, but who knows if it will. So yeah, that was basically... That was all of the industrial ship stuff I wanted to go over. Now we can actually play the game, right? In fact, why don't we go ahead and jump in the game and see what the Hull A is all about? Because I haven't actually seen it yet. No, party invite from Das Egg. Get me in the game. They said they're planning an Argo MPUV medical recovery ship. Oh, that's fun. Any ideas on what the subscriber ship will be this month? I have no clue. They haven't already given it to people? If the SRV ends up looking anything like the raft, it'll be a nice looking tow truck. I actually really like the SRV concept more than the raft, to be honest. One of the better looking industrial ships, I think. I think 2060 will be good for you to run the game. I'm pretty sure the 2060 is about as powerful as the 1080. And I know 1080 can run the game. Maybe not at the best, but it can run it. Subships tomorrow. Oh, is the Hull A is the subship? I might have to sub then to get access to it. I thought the Hull A was available to everybody until the 12th. You love the Hull A, only thing you've been flying? You have beers in the fridge and they persist through storing? If your ship can carry beers for you, don't get another ship. I also play on a 1080 Ti. Don't tell Lord Skippy he swears by the 3090. Oh, I'm sure the 3090 will get better frames than the 1060, that's for sure. So we're in the lovely city of Arcorp today. And of course it's nighttime, as usual. Let's get out of this city. Let's get out of here. I don't like the frames. Let's go find a Hull A and see what it's all about. You're doing okay with the 1080 Ti? Yeah, what you're seeing right now on my screen is performance with the 1080 Ti. Now, I also have like 6 Chrome tabs open, plus Gilded, plus Discord, plus OBS. So this is not the best representation of how the game will run on a 1080 Ti, but, you know, at least you'll be doing better than this. Oh, I also have, I think, like 40-something gigs of RAM, too, so that probably helps. Might as well wait for a 4090 at this point. Does anybody buy a 90 series graphics card to play games? I always think of those graphics cards as being more for like work and stuff. Do they have that much extra oomph to help with gaming on the gaming side than a 1080 Ti? What is this? Why is this sitting still? Since when is this sitting still? Why isn't this... Oh. I think it might be spawned out. I can see through it. That doesn't seem like it should be a thing. 3090 is not worth it for gaming. It's really expensive. You're starting to look for upgrades, Hammer? I am also. I am really starting to look for upgrades. I want to update. I want to get higher level, higher quality videos. I release in 1080p. I want to start releasing in 2K. So I'm hoping I can get one of the new 40 series for that. No games use near the VRAM that 3090 offers. With that, Citizen John says, "Hi, Daddy Tomato." Of course. Hello, son. Good to see you today. How are you doing, John? You been doing any mining in 317? Is it working any better for you? If you got money to burn, why not a 3090? Well, because you could probably get a 3080 and then get yourself better RAM or something, right? Or like a new HOTAS or a MISC audio interface or an eye tracker. I'm all for powerful graphics cards, but I'm also about efficiency. Oh, that holobugs with all holograms? Our corp keeps breaking more and more after every patch. Is it running worse for you? Being able to turn on all bells and whistles without concern is nice. That's a good point. 3060 Ti or 6700 XT. I think I'm gonna go with an AMD processor for my next build. Oh, there's a 3090 Ti? Yeah, the eye tracker is great. I love it. What are you addicted to, Aaron? Yeah, I was just talking to Morph about because he just did some work rebuilding his computer a little bit, and he was losing it. He was talking about the gains that he got from changing over to an AMD processor and the amount it helped with video production. Oh my god. Like, I don't care about gaming. He was talking about the render speed changing for him in terms of video production going to an AMD processor, and I'm like, okay. All right, I think that might be the best bet. Cuz oh god. Video rendering is very annoying. I'm sure there are like some 3D modelers, some VFX artists here in chat right now who could probably kill me with the amount of time that they have to wait for their renders. So I'm a small fry in that game, but ooh, any gains that can be made, I'll gladly switch CPUs for that. I'm not seeing a MISC call A here. Did I read that wrong? Am I just a tomato idiot this morning? Hold up. Hold the phone, Robert Space Industries. What about a 2-machine system, one for gaming and second doing the rendering? Well, I would still have to get another CPU for that, right? Celebrate MISC ships. For a limited time... Oh, do I... Wait, no? Doesn't that say? For a limited time, all of MISC's flyable ships are available until May 16th, including the just released cargo Hull A. Am I missing something here? Do you have to buy it? Is that... You need to buy... Wait, that doesn't even... What? Oh, they're available to buy. God, CIG. Who writes this stuff? All right, whatever. I guess we're not testing the whole A. Let's see. Let's test out mining, I guess. I haven't looked into the mining tools yet. You weren't confused by the wording? I'm happy for you. I should know by now. I should. I thought that they were like, hey, you know, we're gonna let people fly the ships for free, but it's not the normal anniversary thing. It's a celebration sale. Yay, we made a new ship. Bye. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna wait for the prospector and then we'll head out. Want to try the hull A? Nah, it's fine. I'm over it. I'd rather check out the mining gadgets now. I need to turn the freaking fan on though. I'm like sweating. You can get war bonds with absolutely no extras too. It's all good, guys. I don't need the hull A today. I'm all good. Ooh. You had one as soon as you updated, didn't have to buy. Do you have are you a subscriber by any chance? I hear it's a subscriber ship, yeah. Like Blast Stars is saying. It doesn't confuse me anymore. I don't go to the sales pages, to be honest, that much. I'm the kind of person who, like, I'll jump in game and if I see there's a ship that I can use, I'll be like, huh, okay. Cool. But, yeah. Gonna hate mining with the nerfing they did. You now have to be at 350 to get a full content scan. I hear you just need to change your ping angles. You just need to make sure you concentrate your scan more towards the direction of the rock. Is SC a cult? Like the game itself? Is the game a cult? It's a loaner for the whole B. Oh. Okay, that might be it. Or for other large cargo ships, maybe. Don't talk to you about sweating. You're jealous of the temps where I live. It's 45 in Minnesota. We've seen 3 days of over 60. 3 days of over 60. Ah. My heart goes out to you. See, when you say stuff like that, it reminds me of when I talk about it getting cold here and people are like, it doesn't get cold there. A credit card cult. Just passing around credit cards and doing deals and buying stuff. Is there a place where you can check your deaths, or is the number just something you started at some point? Yeah, I just started tracking it. Syndrana, first time watching the live stream, huh? Welcome. Happy to have you here with us. What brought you here? 75 in Sacramento today? That probably means it's 75 where I am. Although it's not the outdoor temperature that's killing me, it's indoor. The two computers running, there's no air moving, the door's closed, the window's closed. I need to get the fan on. Hey fan! Start spinning. Ah! I hate this. I can never find the remote. Why is there a remote? Huh? Who's this idiot that said we're gonna make a remote to control the fan? Back in my day, I'd stand on a ladder and I'd turn that thing with my hand. Get that thing going real fast. Then I tell my kids, don't misbehave, I'll put your neck up there. That's right. Anybody have like an old relative like that? Just casually talks about like ridiculous things. Nah, not a fan. I see you. In Florida, it's unbearably hot. That's why I moved. I got real tired of getting out of showers and not being able to get dry. So I decided to get on out of there. Ayatollah Hofraknarola, though. That is a name. Going to see Doctor Strange on Thursday. Ooh. Doctor Strange is going to have the exclusive release of the next Avatar movies. The next Avatar movie trailer. Which, I've... Believe it or not, sounds like it's pretty freaking incredible. I mean, what do you expect? You take one of the best looking movies in history and put it underwater. It's going to look pretty good. Tell me how that trailer is. I mean, I'm excited for the movie as well. Doctor Strange is cool, but I'll probably go for the trailer. Not sure if this is even working. Did I miss your message, John? My bad, dude.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
First time watching, you bought SC over the weekend and love it. Not sure if you should have started with the 100i. Money is making it tough. The starter ships don't make it very easy to do. Let me give you a tip though, Alexander. If you want to get into making some money relatively quickly and you don't want to invest much money to do that, I would go into your mission contract manager. First, go to mercenary. Go to mercenary. Hit the call to arms. Accept this offer. You'll get money for every time you kill a pirate. And then start taking these missions. Get yourself geared up. You might actually want to bring a friend at first for these. Maybe find 1 or 2 people who can jump in here with you. Join our org. We have plenty of people who would be happy to take this mission with you. Take this mission. Get used to it. Go through, kill everybody. You'll get 45k if you do it on your own. You'll get like 22.5 if you do it with somebody else. Get all of the loot. Take it back to your ship. Sell that stuff if you want to. You don't really have to. You don't make much money from looting right now, but you know, if you want to. And then once you're done with that, go up into space and you'll find another mission on here that's called illegal data, something about data skimming or something like that. And that one pays out, I think, 15,000 every time you do it. If you go back and forth between those two, you'll make good money. You can also choose this one, protect site, will require you to go and help security clear out pirates. The thing is, those security will a lot of times kill all of the people before you even get there, so you'll get paid. But those are 3 missions that you can do, and you'll probably be able to make 100k within an hour and a half. Just keep doing that until you can rent a prospector, and then find somebody who can help you get some Quantanium with that prospector. It's a good little strategy, I think. You're that relative? Cranky old man, that makes sense. Think you're done with Marvel movies? They're getting a little long in the tooth. I do really hope that they start to dive into more interesting concepts for their movies. I was just asking my wife the other day, like, when does Disney need to start thinking about putting out some good original programming that's not Marvel or Star Wars? Something that competes with what Apple and Amazon and Netflix are doing. Because all their good movies are centered around, like, their existing IPs. Thoughts on the new retrieval terminals? I like that they actually work. I like that they're on building blocks. They look a little cleaner. Avatar is the movie equivalent of SC. Hitting the thumbs up helps the YouTube algorithm send out recommendations. Yo, thank you, Jaybird. I appreciate you guys when you bring that up. I always forget. Alexander, you said your wife is helping you make money in the game? The May event is Invictus Week. Gonna blow my mind. Look to the Delphi app real close. It's 3 animals. What? It's 3 animals, really? Oh, is that 3 dolphins? No, look at that, it's dolphins. Now I need to look it up, what it means. Delphi. What's the word I'm thinking of? What the heck? What's the I'm an idiot. What is the word in the dictionary that you to describe things? I'm so dumb. Definition. Jesus. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. That's why I don't get anything done. Ancient Greek city on the S slopes of Mount Parnassus. What does that have to do with dolphins? Oh yeah, illegal monitors. That's right. Yeah. You're on holiday with the old laptops. Oh, okay. No, you're working, John. I might have missed what you were saying. Sorry. Hey, no problem, Alex. Glad to help. Getting an org helps a lot. Not because you have to play with that org in events and stuff, but because you always have people that you can be like, yo, why is this broken? And they'll be happy to answer your question. You don't even have to play with people. You could just use the chat rooms. They nerfed quantanium amounts. 3 hours in the belt, couldn't find a rock bigger than 15%. Ah! Now the Halo belt miner is starting to feel the Lyria pain. My favorite 3 ships to just have. I like the MSR. I also really like the Pisces. And probably a Carrick. Really good ship to have for multiple people. Feel like Amazon are getting some decent stuff lately. I haven't been watching. We just started dipping into Apple yesterday. We started with Foundation and Severance. Gonna use that free trial. Also just started Manifest on Netflix, but really we've been all about the crime documentaries recently. I actually just watched the whole series about John Gacy, which is a story that I've heard before, but I haven't seen. And that was probably the most difficult real crime series I've watched. That was hard. That one was hard. These people are freaking... But yeah, the streaming wars, they're on. They're heated. I forgot to use the ATC call, to tell you the truth. Can't afford to support financially, but still have the urge to help out where I can. I appreciate that, Bird. Thank you. I have not been out to Lyria yet in 317, no. My org is not based in a certain time zone. In fact, after whoops. I actually switch between time zones as the leader of the org, which was probably a little inconsistent, but we have staff in Europe and in America. Do you get more than 3 boxes if you level up? In reputation, no. You just get paid more. Dolphin symbol is of protection for its presence in stories about saving drowned sailors. Oh, okay. Disney owns stars? I'd never heard of that. I actually couldn't name a Stars show, if you ask me. Okay, gonna go to the refinery real quick. We'll grab a mining tool or 2, and then we'll make our jump back to Lyria and see what they can do for us. Just gotta find the sun. Set my route. God, I hate the star map so much. This is the worst part of the game. This is by far the worst part of the game. I'll take the glitches and the lag over this any day. It's so annoying. Let's get out a little bit further from the planet. It does feel like a German org at some points. We have a lot of German people in the org. We just work well together, you know? Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna be screwed when we get to our destination because I don't have an undersuit. I don't have anything vacuum sealed with me. Oh, man. That is so annoying. Did I? Yeah, okay. I'm an idiot. I left without anything vacuum sealed. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do the jump, and I am going to ditch out of my ship very close to the door and just run through the vacuum to try and stay safe. But I still need to find the freaking star. I think it's on the other side of the planet. Does the Mole have a nicer HUD than the Prospectors? It doesn't have a better view, but the Argo HUD might be better. I do have gloves, so my fingers are protected at least. I never have to deal with any sort of finger pain when I'm out here in space, because my gloves keep me safe. This is incredibly annoying, the fact that I can't target R-Corp L1 from here. God, this game sometimes. Is my quantum drive off? No, it's not, because I just quantum traveled. There we go. You just gotta curse at the game and slam your mouse enough and it'll work for you. Am I happy with the new patch? I've only played it for about 4 hours. I don't know anything about it. Seems to be running pretty smoothly though, so I'm satisfied with it. Do I think the new star map will have color and basically be used what they use for quantum viewing? No, I don't think it will be like their, what do they call that? Quasar? No, Quasar is a system. I guess that would be the Hex tool. I don't think it'll look like that. I think it'll rely heavily on blue. I think there will be color, because I believe the current one already kind of has color. Yeah, I think they'll continue to do more color in this. I don't think it'll look like the one in the quantum system, though. I think it's gonna be a little bit better, actually. How have I kept track of my lifetime deaths? I just press a button every time here I die, and it adds more to that counter. It's got a little text file stored on my computer. Actually, it's not stored on my computer. It's stored on my server. Should be able to access your station inventory from inside the ship. Yeah, but I don't have anything at the station. At least I don't think I do. We can always check. Yeah, I don't have anything at the station, so that'll be fun. Do I think the scanning range will be hot fixed? I know nothing about the scanning range yet, so I'm about to start trying that stuff out, and we'll see. This is all part of my review. Everything that we're doing now will start to go into my review when I actually finally can make one for 317. Normally it'd be out by now, but I'm a little behind. You started following that, but you just have a text as a new layer on a stream. Elements you change when you die. I see. The invisible trees at the river. Oh, invisible trees. They found out our weakness. We'll be deleting SC from your PC. Oh, that sounds like a... I'm sorry. That sounded like a song. Deleting SC from the PC. SC from the PC. That's what I'm talking about. Mother... SC. It doesn't seem to be supported for your GPU? Got an old GPU? Wait. I don't have to do all that. We could just press this button. See, it doesn't work for me. What did I do wrong here? Give me a landing spot. Haha! All you gotta do is yell at people and then they start doing what you want. Okay, chill. We're good. We're cool. Meridian Yang, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you and your Yang. Look at that. This is such a popular mining spot. Another prospector heading out right there. Alright, I think it was this one that they gave me. They just decided to not show me anymore. Oops. Am I in the right spot? I am not in the right spot. Is it that one over there? Must be this one. How about now? We good? Woof. No. No. I'm not even. I haven't even been here that long. Can we chill? Don't store my ship, please. I'm gonna die. Don't store my ship, please. Don't do that. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Leave me alone, please, you bully. God, these space stations are so rude. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna memorize which pad they actually give me this time. I already set my default key. I set it to this. So they should give me a spot. Oh yeah, I guess I could just park and get claimed, huh? Come on. They take a little while, don't they? Just keep pressing the button. There we go. Just slam the keyboard. Okay, so they're giving me that spot right there. The close one, yeah? Let's land there. Shut up. Gonna park just like this. We good? Are we solid? How about now? Alright, you know what? Screw you. Screw you, I hate you. You're stupid. I hate your space station, it sucks. How is 317 treating me? Pretty good so far. We've had no problems. No, you don't. No, you don't, you little loser. For the door! Go! We're good. We're good. Joke's on you, buddy. I'm not in the ship. You're doing me a favor now. When pirates blow up? What about when pirates blow up? Do the miner ships drop ore yet? Oh, when pirates blow mining ships up? I don't think they drop ore, no. I think only cargo currently drops out. Yeah, exactly. If they store it, it's gonna spawn here anyway, so you're doing me a favor, buddy. Buddy boy. Now I can go heal myself. Because I'm a smart cookie. Freaking... Ah, the quick buy. Love a quick buy. Look at how good it works, too. That's nice. Dream or what wishes believe in. I love this shirt. Let's drop this in your hand real quick, dude. Alright, and go ahead and just... Can you not medpen in an armistice zone? Put it in your hand. There we go. Oh my god, where did I put that? did I just shove that up my butt? That looked like a shove up butt animation. I need to do that again. That definitely was not in my arm. Oh, I'm definitely putting up... I'm for sure putting that in my butt. You see his hand? He's like, "Ugh!" I need another one now. I didn't know that was an animation. I thought you only put it in your arm. Just some butt drugs. I'm gonna overdose myself just playing with this. All right. Let's do F4. See what he does. That looks like a butt injection, dude. Whatever works for you, though. That's where you want your drugs. That's where you get your drugs. Let's go get some tools. Fully operational. Guess miners are safe now for... You would think they're safe, but people still... The thing that pirates generally do is they'll hold a miner up and tell him, hey, pay me this money or I'll blow you up. That's the easiest way to do it. Lukewarm tea. Yum. Ayatollah, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Get your drugs from your butt in Star Citizen? I get my butt from the drugs in Star Citizen. Well, at least once they upgrade the butts. Male butts in this game are really sad. Just... not even butts. Whose butt did they scan in for the male butts in this game? Because I think they need to pick a little more diversity there. Soldiers. Whoa! They added a new refining screen thing. It looks way cooler. It looks more like actual refining. Ooh. Am I setting my regen here? I don't think so. No, I don't really want to spawn here. Can I use one of these, please? Y'all just gonna lock me out? Don't tell me these aren't working. My first 317 encounter? Can I buy the tools from the tables? They're not actually about to, like... None of these are working. Is the server not working? Yeah, is it a 30k going on? Maybe I should set my regen. Ah, that's annoying. You can only buy from the terminal. Yeah, okay. Let me go ahead and see if I can spawn into a different server. It might be that. Ah. It's still so hot in here. Please spin faster, fan. Holy crap. Sorry guys, just checking a couple things. You just got a 30k? Ah, I dodged it. Any news on a hot fix? Not that I know of. God, these spam bots are just the worst. Hey now. Oh, do I have a... I wonder if I have a bad token. I might have... They might give me a bad token. You're a bad token. Alright, I think I have to relaunch the game. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, adult dating site. Yeah, we get these gross ads where they're like, hey, come check out these fun boys and girls. And like, I know they don't mean that, but figure out your English before you make these weird ads. Like, that's just, ugh. YouTube's got a serious spam problem. Luckily, our vigilant mods are on the button. Getting on that raffle. We got another one started. And there we go. Is that wallpaper a screenshot from 2014? I wish it was a screenshot. No, that's not in game. That wallpaper is concept art for another city that they want to put in the game. Would your org be down? Whoops. Would your org be down for doing some large-scale inter-org events in the future, organizing some tank battle royale / capture the flag events? Reach out to Drazen, our mod here on Twitch. And also just, yeah, Drazen will definitely help you out. He's usually taking care of our inter-org communications and stuff, but we'd be happy to join you. Is going live all you do, or you have other content? Going live is in like streaming on YouTube? No, streaming on YouTube is the least popular thing I do. This is supplementary. My main thing is making videos. Making videos, doing podcasts, and spicy tweets. What's up, Solstice? How are you doing? I do not have Reshade installed right now. Where did you see Reshade? How was Turkey? Pretty good. We're going back in about a month. For anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of the stream, I made an announcement that we'll be moving Space Tomato to Turkey. For the remainder of the summer. Best place for a new miner to start mining. As a new miner, you should probably just go anywhere you can and get some experience with random materials, but eventually I would make my way to either Lyria, the moon, or the Air and Halo belt. Those being more popular areas, though, mean that you will end up getting more pirates and people looking to extort you. I would consider checking out some group mining runs. We do them a lot on my organization. So if you're looking for somebody to join up, check that out. Has CIG disabled their use store credits thing? I don't know. Same name in Discord. Drazen? You mean? Yes, he's in that Discord under the same name. Spicy Tomato is his main form of income. Patreon is like our backbone. If we didn't have Patreon, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Come to Bulgaria. We plan on making trips to the surrounding countries once we're settled in over there. Nesebar, is that the city you're in? Watched me live the other day, and me and like 3 others are who you watch for Star Citizen. There are a lot of Star Citizen streamers. Quite a few. Thought you saw something there. No, I don't have Reshade installed yet. I haven't gotten it working for over a year now, actually. I'd like to get back into the Reshade game. I'm not from Turkey. My wife is from Turkey. My wife is from Turkey, so we usually go back there to see family and spend some time, you know, in a place that she knows. My mind has been completely rewritten watching my wife try to get used to living here. culture shock is a very real thing. And it can be so much more than you think, you know, so much more than just like, oh, there's different food here. Like, it really can take a toll on people. Hey, what? Excuse me. I'm shopping. No, you can't shop with me. Please leave. What is it? Go away. What are these? Fuel nozzle. There's different types of fuel nozzles? Oh, that's cool. If I could read more about it, I totally would, but okay. Can I help you? I'll just go to this one. Jeez. So we were looking for mining tools. Ah, here we go. Okay. So this one lowers instability. Ooh, we like that. Raises resistance. Optimal charge window is smaller. Bore max lowers resistance. Wow, a lot. Optimal charge rate is smaller. Overcharge rate's faster. I do like the sound of that. Instability goes down. That's very important. Optimal charge window goes down, but that can be counteracted by an optimum. With a saber. Okay. I like the saber. I like the bore max. Stalwart. Oh, just lowers shatter damage. Okay. That's like a help me kind of tool. I want to try some of these sabers. Definitely. And I'll grab a bore max and then an Okunis. And then we'll try some others later on. Meanwhile, I also would like to get a optimum. A couple of these. I'm going to do a stampede. We're going to go with our normal setup. We'll see how my workflow can change based on these mining gadgets, but for now I'm gonna do what I normally do and then just add the mining gadgets so that I have a good baseline to understand how they work. More so than like trying to find success or have fun with this mining trip, guys, I'm just trying to do reviewing. I'm trying to understand how these mining gadgets will actually affect the gameplay. So, you know, it might look like I'm doing things wrong or not to the most efficient extent, but I am, it's on purpose. I don't think they have, right, they don't have the, what's it called here? What's that strong laser called? Impact. No, not impact. What, was it impact? I actually forgot the name of the strongest mining laser. I know they got the Lancet here, which... Actually, I was going with the... No, it's the Helix I'm thinking of. Yeah, Helix is the most powerful. But I usually stick with the Lancet laser. As long as I have a Surge with it. But I don't actually think I saw the Surge here. I don't think they sell it at Arc L1. So we might be in trouble there. Yeah, we're in trouble with that. Okay. So that's already a change that we need to make. So if we can grab... This lowers instability, this lowers resistance. So the Bore Max might actually be really useful then. If we go Lancet, Bore Max, Stampede, because the optimal charge rate gets lowered. Let's see if those balance out a little bit. Grab another Bore Max, we'll go with the Lancet, and we will stick with the rest of our consumables. Gozlal, catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. Think the Impact has the most laser output now? Okay. It's not profitable to be an explorer in this game right now because in order to be an explorer, you really have to find people who are willing to work with you. You could be somebody who goes out and finds good deposits of minerals and then charges money for the information on where they are, but people are more likely to just say, no, I'll find some myself. Exploration is getting there, but it's going to be one of the later game mechanics, or the rather career paths I think is reasonable. The schnoz nozzle. Oh, you're with Celestial or Turks? Nice. There are, but not even hits the content on the head like you, bro. Keep up the work. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even get an undersuit. Kinda need that. Unless you just want to die to the vacuum every time. Is there a... I'm gonna have to go to the other floor. Nothing much to explore yet, yeah. I think server meshing needs to be working pretty well so that we can have persistent deposits of minables and derelicts and stuff that explorers can actually find. And then a way to transfer data to each other. That's going to be a big one. It's kind of starting, you can see, with turret gameplay in ships, you can share targets with each other, so that sense of transmitting data is kind of getting to be there. Get a quick TCS-4 undersuit. Maybe we'll grab 2 just to leave an extra one here for next time we go through this process. And I'll just grab one of these helmets. Again, we'll get 2 of them. Like a touring service for newcomers. You could do that. Yeah, some people do that already. Oh, we have some people in our community who charge people money to tour around the moons and stuff. Teşekkürler. Infinite reach. Appreciated. Yeah, you have no way of marking them. Yeah, exactly, your boy Tan. Tan! How's it going? I haven't seen you in game in a little while. Where you been? Astro Chronicles. Good to see you in here. Greetings, my friend. I need to add these parts to the ship. Do you stream on here? I don't know if you do, but I'm gonna give you a shout out. Because I know you make content. Appreciate you dropping by, though. No streams. No streams, no problem. Go follow them anyways, folks. Oops. Hope they start to implement STEM systems and more planets in general, along with planets actually following their orbits around the sun. Yeah, the orbits of the planets are planned, but still not there. I think they need to figure out a lot more with the navigation system first. Alright, let's throw on one of these guys, and we didn't have the surge. Why didn't I pick up another consumable? That was dumb of me.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
You're on YouTube only, I see. Goodbye. Hey, put on your undersuit, buddy. Oh, I have to take the gloves off. And the boots. You'd think they'd just automatically remove that stuff, you know? Like, oh, this guy wants to put on an undersuit. I wonder if he wants gloves on underneath them. Can you carry this? No. Gotta put it in the ship. Can carry this, though. Alright. Let's go load our ship up, and we'll get started on this run. Don't have very long to do it, unfortunately. I got an org meeting that I'm already a little late for. With this new building mechanic they're talking about, couldn't you build space nightclubs to make money that way? I don't know about building space stations, but you could certainly build something on a ground location base. It'll just be a little while. Need a torso piece, figured. I've been good, been popping in and out at weird hours, was also having some frustrations with 317, but most of them figured out. Cool, cool, cool. So here's the sax. Sick. Yo, Infrarunners! What is up? How's it going? Who am I talking to? X? Thought most space stations have been built by pioneers? I don't know. I don't know anything about space station construction. Hello. She says, hello. How can MISC help you? Hello. Back to R-Corp we go. And while we go to R-Corp, I am gonna go to the bathroom. Y'all have fun watching my travel. I hope I don't get interdicted. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. God, it's like walking onto Aberdeen. Ugh. It's gross. Hello, I'm back. We're getting our house painted. Well, I don't have a house. My parents are getting their house painted. So I was checking that out real quick. Oh, I'm really dumb. I'm really dumb, and I'm sure at least one of you pointed it out. I didn't pick up the freaking mining gadgets. I told myself too. I was like, I'm gonna spawn the ship, and then I'm gonna put the mining gadgets in the ship so I don't forget them. That way. That's what you were saying. I can't even put them. I can't even. Can you equip them from an inventory into your hands? Can anybody confirm, or do I need to have a torso piece in order to apply the mining gadgets to a rock? Also, sorry, I'm back. I missed a lot of chat. Somebody catch me up. It's Execute. We got the Sandy Roberts interview premiering in 40 minutes. Oh, nice. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that lines up pretty closely for when I'm going to be done streaming, so go over there and check that out when you guys have the chance. Wish you could do shoutouts on YouTube. Or even raids. I think they said they're adding that this year, though. No, it's going to be on the Inforunners YouTube channel. Check that out. Bon! How are you doing, Bon? It's good to see you. Been a little while. How have you been? I love it when all the hype people come in here, all the MVPs, all the folks. And I also wish I could turn this camera a little bit more. Oh. Huh. I turned it a little bit more. Look at that. Sometimes it just works. Thank you. Good to see you. Any news on a hot fix? I don't think so. Wait. Huh. I just realized YouTube chat is not moving on my screen. It's moving in Restream, but not on YouTube itself. Let me reload that. Oh, Stormbringer. Bringing in the Prime chat. Thank you so much for the support, buddy. I appreciate that a lot. Just moved into your new place. How is it? Tell me it's an upgrade. Come on. I bet it's dope. You got like a gaming room or like a gaming corner? Never got to have that in my apartment. Finally got time to get back into the verse. Happy to hear it. I really am. I'm also just now starting to get time. Yesterday, after releasing the monthly report for March, so much stress was gone. I'd been able to get the supporter exclusive stuff done for the month. We got that video out. Now I can sit back and really think about the next video coming out, which I'm really excited for. It's going to be a video that highlights the differences between the different architectural styles in the game. No, I'm not treading in morphologist territory. It's kind of to highlight how much effort they put into building the lore around each of the cities. I hope you guys enjoy it. After that, I will be building the monthly report for April, which I'm sure is going to be a lot of fun. And then I'll be releasing my review for 317. And then by that time, we should be at Invictus Week. I'll put out a video talking about Invictus Week and what that supplies, and we'll have an exclusive video out by then. I'm excited for May. God, I love it when I can just work on videos. Looking good, Jay Bird. Right back at yourself. I'm thinking of joining the Spring Break 2022 event, but you're UTC -7, so it's early morning for you. Don't know if you'll be up at 10 a.m. It'll be the same time for me. Get there. It's going to be a cool event. I think it's going to be fun, and it'll be worth doing. And it's our first big operation in our line of summer ops. We are, as an org, focusing a lot more on building activities and events and just creating more content that players won't be able to get unless they know a group like ours, right? So You can go and do your mining, you can do your FPS, and you can do your cargo runs, but you can't do them all combined. And you can't do them with, you know, cool backdrops. So that's what we want to start creating more of for you guys this summer. And summer break is just our first little experiment with that. So get there if you want to know what it's all going to be about. All right, let's get our stupid mining gadget. What do you think about the size of the verse? I'm really hoping they add more star systems soon. Yeah, I don't think about this game in terms of present tense ever. We should be getting our first new star system this year or early next year. And after that, probably another one within a year or two. But yeah, it needs to expand soon. I think that one of the most interesting things, and I can't wait to make a video about this, is how long we've been stuck in one system. And that has just guided the way that we think about this game completely, right? For 7 years now, this game has only been a single system game with a certain subset of things to do. Imagine how crazy that's going to be when we start getting whatchamacallit, other systems that we can jump into, doubling the space and like all that jazz. That's going to be crazy. You've converted a quarter of your basement into your gaming area. It is nice when the stress goes away, yeah. It's an upgrade as in you have no more roommates. Oh, that's so good. Doesn't matter how small somewhere is, when you get to live on your own. Me and my wife, most of you know we've lived with both of our parents. We've been married for 3 years, known each other for 5, and we've never gotten to live on our own yet, besides in the farm. We got to have the whole house to ourselves for the last 4 days, and we were like, okay, we need to move out. Am I excited? You're thinking of all the sleep you're gonna miss due to Invictus Week. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be, Invictus Week is big for you. Not as big for me, but I'm just excited to be back to a normal working mode, kind of. I don't know. April was terrible in terms of like trying to make content. April was just misery, so I'm just glad to be done with it. What do I think of the new scanning while mining? I haven't gotten to mine yet. We're about to give it a go, and I'll let you know. Star Trek Strange New Worlds looks alright. What is that, a game? Are there any race events? Yes, we just had a racing event in our org on Saturday. Our racing team is just now starting to get up and running, so you can expect to see some racing events pretty regularly. You bummed that I don't have Wi-Fi now? Oh, you don't have Wi-Fi now. Oh, that sucks. You have to use network for everything? Was I moving or was that someone else you've been watching? Sorry, I can't remember. Too many streamers, too little content coverings. It's kind of complicated. We didn't move. We just got back to America. We split our time from America to Turkey. And that's actually part of an announcement I made earlier this year, or this stream. A lot of people weren't here for that, so I'll say it again. We had goals for Space Tomato Gaming going into this year. We set up a system and made some, agreements with my parents since we've been living in the house for a little while. And unfortunately, we have not met those goals in terms of income. So, in order to keep things going, because there's just, at this point, there's no way we want to drop Space Tomato Gaming. There's a lot of people who have put a lot of money into making sure it keeps going. And if anything else, we're not gonna quit on those people. So we'll be moving to not moving to Turkey. We're going to be spending the next several months in Turkey to kind of recalibrate. It'll help us save quite a bit of money in terms of living, and we'll be able to hang out with family a little bit more. So that's just a second announcement for that, for anybody who missed it the first time. Anybody who has been supporting us, though, throughout all this time, thank you. You're the reason we're doing this. To be quite honest, we could quit. She could get back into her psychology work. I could go back into engineering. We could be making 3 times the amount of money we're doing and probably spend a lot less time on work. But like the amount of people who have actually put some real money into this and faith and support over the years, and quite honestly the amount of fun we have, there's no way. I want to get back into engineering at some point, but this is the thing now. And that's why we're gonna also start looking at a couple more games here. Mainly just Starfield for now. They broke the elevator on the reclaimer? That's annoying. Sweet family is always first, to always be with family. Yeah, I mean, granted, well, that's kind of a lose-lose, right? We go to Turkey, my family's not there. We live here, her family's not there. So, or a win-win. Yes, lad. Okay, let's find something to mine. Oh, way happier doing this. Be an engineer at CIG. I don't think they need my kind of engineering. Well, actually, maybe. I'm sure they have to cool a lot of stuff. Can I remove the white line? I don't know exactly which white line you're referring to. You drop the sub there, here, but you'll move over to YouTube. It's less delay there. Honestly, YouTube is the better place to do it. If you're a sub on Twitch, it's better to become a YouTube channel member. It makes it really easy for you to get the exclusive videos we're posting, because we put them directly on YouTube now in your own playlist. And it also gives me the ability to do community posts. Twitch is just so freaking lazy. Twitch is so lazy. If you have a Twitch community, you have no way of leaving them a message. You have to make like a Discord server. How ridiculous is that? So when I want to put out messages to supporters or drop exclusive videos to them, most of my Twitch subscribers never even know that they get exclusive videos because I have to post them on Discord. So if you're on YouTube, you get a notification, it pops up in your subscriber feed. Like, it's much better to do it over there. Oh, that white line. I did not even think about that. I don't know if you can get rid of that. What the f... Was that a cloud moving? Wow, that was cool. Listed as VJoy in the settings. Controls or in here? VJoy visibility disabled. Yep, it's gone. You can get rid of it. Twitch is kind of dying in your opinion? I mean, Twitch has been dying, right? By the way, Cyber, I'm so sorry I missed that. Thank you for the super chat. Recalibration help for your family. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of little... I think I'm probably gonna do a subathon later this month just to kind of raise money for the plane tickets. Turkey has a really weird thing going on with their plane tickets where if you leave from now until September 4th, anybody can look this up, by the way. From now till September 4th, it's like $1,000, I think. Like $1,000 to $1,200 per ticket. And then as soon as it hits September 4th, it drops to like $700 per ticket. Because of that summer travel. People love going to Turkey for the summer. Should move to San Diego. Lots of high-tech avionics here. I did work with Northrop Grumman in Los Angeles. San Diego is one of the places I was considering working. Yeah, completely was planning on doing avionics out there. And then I ended up doing thermodynamics with UTC. But San Diego is also ridiculously expensive, so... Yeah, people keep talking about the altimeter being broken. All right, what do we got here? We got a Quant Rock. 9%. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's 8,400. So let's see that this is one of those rocks. This would be one of these rocks where if I can use... Ah, man, if only I had a surge. If I can use this mining gadget, that might actually make this possible. Let's see. So at max power, we put a blip on it, but there's no way I'd be able to mine something this big. Twitch has been killing itself. Yeah. They're making bad decision after bad decision. It's pretty crazy. Can't imagine dropping 700 on a plane ticket. Yeah, they're expensive trips. Usually the trip costs us around $3,000 in total between the bags we need to get, the plane ticket, the rental car, all that stuff. It's not cheap. Which is essentially the entirety of our May income, which is why I have to do a subathon. Subathons are like anytime we know we have a flight coming up, I start doing subathons. Whoops. All right, so obviously we can't mine this. So let's land and see if we can. Oh, okay. That's not level. You good? Sheesh. You love thermodynamics. I can imagine, Bernoulli. That's a pretty nice time to have that name. Just joined the stream. How you liking the new update to mining and scanning? This is the first rock I've scanned so far. Didn't notice anything that was giving me a problem, but I've heard that mining or scanning has been a little weird. All right, so let's grab one of these. Almost grab, kind of grab. And I'm missing that with my hand. They need a streaming platform that takes only 5% commission, where streamers can organize in channels, networks offering attractive sub prices. YouTube is almost there. They've almost got it. They just got to make the split a little bit better. And then they got to get better at creating grouping on the game. Let's see. So I'm guessing I just select the rock, place, and put it here. Whoa! What the heck? That must have been one of those laws of motion or something, right? All right. We are going to... Can I zoom in on here? Cool. All right. So we're going to match up these signals, I'm assuming. This seems to do our amplitude. No, it kind of moves. Okay, they all do amplitude and frequency. That's interesting. So I guess you just have to... There we go. So they should probably make it so that each one does like amplitude, frequency, and I don't know, waveform, right? Seems like it would make more sense. 98% accuracy. Can we get 100? No, we'll just sit at 98. Okay, so we're lowering the resistance is our main thing. Go ahead and turn it on. Help 2 customers, I'm still streaming. Yeah, man. Look at the prospector. Can you guys see it? The face? It's got its tongue hanging out. Ah! It just looks funny to me. Any tips for a new player? Don't give yourself anything too crazy to do. Just fly around in the game, visit some spaces, and get a feel for it. Too much pressure makes you hate this game. Ship ruined. Okay, let's see if this did what it needed to do. All right. Oh, I think there's a little... They have a little symbol down there to let me know I'm getting some help. Let's see if it works. No, I think it's still not enough for a rock this big. If only we had a surge. Well, that's good to know. So, even if you're using one of these mining gadgets, it's still not a mine anything for free kind of thing. I'll sit here and wait a little bit and see if it gets anywhere. Can you use multiple devices on a single rock? I don't actually know. Can anybody confirm? You can use multiple gadgets though. Okay. Well then, let's throw another one of these things on there. I mean, I don't think I can really lower the resistance much. Wait a second. Did it not just change? Oh, that's when the laser's on, right. Yeah, I mean, I can't lower the resistance much more than that. I need more power. I just don't have enough power in this laser. The other gadget I had. Optimal charge rate, overcharge rate. Yeah, that doesn't boost our power output at all. So this rock's just going to be too big for us, I think. Let's try the other one, though. Is it worth cracking the rock, then? Well, if you already have them, it would be. And they are reusable, so you're not necessarily just using up something. Let me go ahead and put down real quick. Let's try the other Quantanium rock that's over next to us here. You saw someone with 7 gadgets on a rock? See, that seems like overkill. Anyone know what the best mining head is for general mining? I would say the Lancet is probably the most versatile. But the Helix is pretty good. It's just you're not going to have the best time with the Helix. I think rocks with 7k mass are the max, but what if we have mining gadgets? Doesn't that change it? Okay, where was that other one? Oh my gosh, it's all the way down there. I don't even know what the statistics are on that. Let's grab the ship. Okay. Not stupid if it works. It is stupid if it doesn't make you money, though. Unless that's not your goal. Then live a little. Think there should be an option to swap a weapon for a pod that fires these gadgets like rockets? This one's thinking ahead. Okay, so this is a 5k rock. 2% quant. And it looks like... Yeah, so I have no problem with this one. Resistance is already pretty low. So really, you want to find a rock that matches your gadget, because that's not useful to us, right? We want a rock with high resistance. Yeah, backpack would be useful. Have you ever tried those gadgets on the rock-sized rocks? This is the first time I'm ever using mining gadgets, so I haven't really gotten to try them much. Give me something. Actually, let's see. People were talking about the scanning being a problem. So did they nerf the scanning distance? Hey, the scanning actually works now. 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, and boom. Okay, so they nerfed the scanning distance, so I can only see that from here. What if I increase the angle or decrease the angle? Paint it. Boom. This is how scanning's supposed to work. You go outside of your natural detection range. That's what it seems like. Although we're detecting the other ones, so. So it should light it up with the signal. Although if we're not close enough. It's a little inconsistent. Okay, so they've decreased the range that you can scan. And they've made your ability to read it based on the ping. Does not show the mass at distance anymore. I got mass on the left side there. You have to get at least 1,200 meters to get a reading. Rocks don't show until you are 1,500 from them. Huh. Yeah, that is... If you can't paint it from that distance, that is weird. Yeah, it's probably a glitch. Unless they're trying to differentiate scanners. Oh, I see. So it's a server meshing issue. Cyber, what? Okay, it's almost noon. Is the secret code the 29 or 70? No, those aren't the codes. That's the count. The code doesn't come until we finish filling up that goal of subscribers. That's a subscriber goal on the top. Maybe I should change that. On Twitch specifically. That's for Twitch. All these rocks have such little resistance. I'm not going to be able to test this out. I've got to get going in a little bit, guys, to a meeting. Basically, mining at the moment is hard work. Hard work for not much good pay. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna find a willing victim out here. You've actually moved to Lyria mining? Join us! Join us! What are you? Oh. What the? Freaking hand mineables? Really hoping for better audio in the game. Been playing Hunt Showdown a lot, and the sound design there, when it comes to telling distance and locations of enemy, is insanely good. Yeah, I don't know if Star Citizen sound will ever be that good. At least, like, in terms of all the locations and stuff, just because they're dealing with such bigger spaces. It would be cool, though. I do hope that the audio design gets better. All professions in this game should be hard work. No challenge means no fun. I think it should be easy for some easy, quick money, but definitely hard if you want to be good at it. Sometimes I just want to jump in and mine for a couple minutes, you know? Oh yeah, those were rock mineables, you're right. Who are you? Hold on, we're not done with you yet. Power transfer resistance 0.17. What is with all these resistances? Just lame. The Lancet already takes care of our problems. I don't think I'm going to be able to get one, guys. I actually need to get back to the station. I got to get going to a meeting here. Yeah, we'll head back to main station. A bummer, but I got things to do. We got some things to do with the org. You can still mine easily, just not tons of quant. As long as I get a little bit of that. Is my scan at 180 degrees? No, it was, but I moved it around to see if that'd work. Just log out in the ship. That is an option, huh? Lyria looks for double rocks. They for sure have quantanium in them. Yeah, those groups and doubles are good for that stuff. Is this live? I am indeed live. Exclusively, in fact. Clusters have been OP, but could be sample size. Mole all day. You have 30 million? That's a lot of money. Oops. No, don't take me all the way down. I don't want to go down there. No. No! Dang it. Oh, I can still jump to the station. Cool. Hello! The way she says that is so funny to me. Ba-ba. On Lyria, look for double rock. Oh, I already read that. Can't be reading the same thing twice. He's a live AI bot, hence all the glitching. It's true. I'm like one of those games with the theming where you see the person in the corner and they're like, "What do you need?" And they're like in their robot thing and they're all glitchy and stuff. That's me. I'm the "what do you need" guy. Oh, I don't have to do this anymore to call in for landing. I keep forgetting. What a happy world we live in now. Just like answer me first time. They never actually give me a place to land first time. Come on. Bought a Redeemer and an Inferno and Ion. Oof. You made good use of your money. See, come on now. Give me somewhere to land. I'm excited for Fleet Week. It should be pretty cool. How's Star Citizen faring today? It's doing all right. And we're down. All right. What a good trip. We got so many good materials.
Have a pleasant stay.
Love the fact they added the keybind. Yeah, I wish it worked every time for me, but it is nice. I think if they fix some of the issues, 3.17.1 will be a fantastic patch. I think so too, Fake Dan. I think this summer is going to be pretty exciting. I do think we'll have a new event as well. Yeah, I am not sure if it's going to be before or after, or during or after Invictus Week, but I think they're going to be ready to whip it out with 3.17.1. Maybe 3.18. Could be wrong about that. But they'll definitely be doing something for Invictus, Javelin tours and stuff like that. Welcome back to the verse. I've been in the verse. We've been here. Appreciate it though. I look forward to Fleet Week. Not necessarily. Those glitches are funny because they show you that these elevators are actually moving around. I'm less of a Fleet Week kind of person, more of a CitizenCon kind of person. Fleet Week is cool, but it's all ships. Meh. Let me go ahead and reset my spawn before I forget. Yo, Pseudo Nick, thank you so much for the thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. 6 months now. Did I miss the Nautilus straight to flyable? You will not be taking questions. Oh, that is bold. I hope you're right. I don't think it, but I hope it. Well, I guess straight to flyable wouldn't make sense since it's already been introduced as a concept, right? Have a great meeting. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. I'll be jumping back in a little bit later to probably get some film for the video this week. Actually, I gotta start recording. I gotta record the script first. You haven't seen Fleet Week yet? Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You'll enjoy it. Every time you walk through the Javelin, you get goosebumps. I actually haven't done the tour yet. I didn't do it last year. So I'll definitely be doing it this year. I'm excited for that. I'm busy. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. You're gonna get emote only chat right now? Right now? So nobody can say bye? All right, that's on. This is on white. Emote only chat. Nautilus will be straight to flyable, but mines will not be in game till 4.0. If I need somebody to shoot at our film, shoot me an email or at Gmail. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, I appreciate the hell out of you all. You're pretty cool people. You're fun to hang out with. I've been having an absolute blast in these streams lately. I've been having a lot more fun. I am going to drop all of you Twitch people over at Moist Noodle. Check them out. See what they're doing. Drop those tomatoes. Drop those toes. Say hi. New to your channel, you're awesome. Thank you for the video. Very helpful. No problem. Oh, they're helpful. Thank you for watching, Jack. I appreciate it. And thanks for jumping on in here. Yeah, right? YouTube can still use chat. All right, folks. I love you on Twitch. Have a good one. I'll see you on Wednesday. Stay saucy, or like, I don't know, tomatoey. Saucy is good. Tomatoes have sauce. All right. Yo, can these people stop talking so much? Jeez. All right, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye, YouTube. You as well. You're not getting out of it. I'll catch you all later, too. Again on Wednesday. Oh, and keep an eye out for surprise custom merch we'll be introducing on Saturday. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be good fun. Anyways, enjoy Star Citizen, folks. Enjoy whatever game you're going to play. I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good week. Bye.